Hey, good morning, good morning. Happy Monday, everybody. What? Why is there an error adding Martech? Let's go, Martech. Twitter be bugging right off the rip. Shout out everybody in here. Jacob the Juice Man is coming. Drink some juice this morning. I got my coffee. I don't know why Ozzy's talking shit right off the rip. But you want to get spicy? Let's go. What a weekend. What a weekend, huh? Who saw that fucking curveball from Cro coming? Not me. Not me. Did we have some cash on the sidelines? Are we buying under 40 cents? Are we buying under 30 cents? What are we buying? What are we buying? Let's go. I'm fucking amped. Don't tell nobody. Bro, you know,
Hey,
baby.
what's going on, Alpha? Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I got to tell you the truth, right? Like, I've never seen so many retweets right off the bat, ever. You see me every morning. I come on here. I'm like, hey, good morning. Where's all the retweets? And it's like 45 minutes of waiting for 10, right? What is going on today? I have no idea. Same shit. I'm like, hey, good morning. Let's go. Suddenly it's like 30 retweets in 10 minutes. What does everybody want to talk about?
The bloodbath over the weekend.
Oh, the bloodbath. Well, I've been watching different charts, man. Thunder's still up.
Hey, and that's all that matters.
Let's go. We're still 3x, y'all. I've been doing a lot of thinking about this Thunder token because people ask so many questions. You know, we don't have all the answers they're looking for, but we do have all the answers. And the truth of the matter is, Thunder is like it's like it's like a piggy bank for the Jungle Fam, right? But it's like a magic piggy bank. So if you throw your profits in there, they get bigger because everybody's putting their profits in there. Or maybe I'm the only one, but I got plenty of profits, so like it keeps going up.
Okay, granted, I would have been time warping there. Oh, even worse, I wasn't even plugged in. I was time warping there. But did you just say magical piggy bank?
Nope, you were time warping.
Yeah, I thought that was an illusion. Yeah. Good morning, Alpha. How are you this morning?
You know, same old, same old.
Yeah, same old, right? This is market cycles. It's the best time to buy. Everything's
this
so cheap.
This is not market cycles. I gotta cut you off there. This is a bloodbath.
Really? You think so? Like it rallied back? Yeah. I mean, on CRO it is. Yeah, that's true. I mean, this is why we talk about a diversified portfolio, right? Like lessen the pain.
True.
There's blood on the streets.
ETH to Cro became a really nice swap yesterday. Just saying.
I get the frustration as much as anyone. Like the majority of my portfolio is locked up for my card, so I can't trade it. So it is what it is. I feel the pain. But I mean,
now when you say majority, you're talking your Cro stake is bigger than your DeFi
holdings.
Stake?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, like I'm not a baller or anything. Like I've just got my Indigo card. Like that's the majority of my holdings is my Indigo card.
No, I'm not saying, you know.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you're not a baller. I've been saying for 6 months, own your keys, own your crypto, and like DeFi.
Oh, no, to be fair, I guess this is how good I've trained myself to forget about it. The majority is in a ledger that it just sits there. But like I try not to think about that because then I'll end up FOMOing into some NFT project with my cold storage funds, you know.
Nah, man, that's what we like. That's the answer that everybody else needs to hear.
Good
Because
morning, Crow fam. What's going
those
on?
Good
CDC steaks are
morning,
fucking
Leo.
scary to people right now, man.
I love all of you
Big time.
people, and the only thing that I get out of CDC is coming here and talking shit to y'all. But I'm damn sure not going to be an apologist for them. That is bullshit. It's a bait and switch, and the confidence game is what it's called. Don't tell me that you're going to give me all these benefits and rewards, and then less than a year, I'm sitting here fighting. I'm literally on the verge of trying to jump up to the next card, and you pull all the rewards. Fuck you, CDC. I don't give a damn if they're recording it. They can tell them, send it to them. I hope they're listening. I
Bro,
think it's
I'm
bullshit.
recording it just in case their tape,
I mean, I just think that we
is
can't sit here.
faulty.
Listen, I understand that you're not supposed to complain, and they'll probably cancel my account or whatever. I don't even care. But I'm gonna
Nah, that'd
call
be
a
a bigger
spade a
story.
spade. I'm gonna call a spade when I see one, and I'm damn sure not gonna tell them that I think it's cool and I know they did it for longevity. Because if they were doing it for longevity, they should have known it 10 months ago when they started pumping the advertising, and maybe take the foot off the gas on advertising for every fucking sports thing in the world and take care of your people.
Oh, this is interesting because now everybody's starting to feel like, oh, y'all
Look,
spent too much
honestly,
on
I thought they had
advertising.
plenty of money. Honestly, I thought they had plenty of money.
Yeah,
I never
right?
thought they were going
It
to run out of
changes
money.
the whole shit up because now
A
you're like,
hundred
wait a second,
percent.
did I
Yeah,
pay for all those
Leo
ads?
just
Because
set
I'm not trying
Leo
to pay
just
for
set the
all those
tone for
fucking
Crow
ads.
today.
I can tell you one thing. They won't let me up on the Sunday space because I'll hit them right between the eyes. I got
Oh,
two
now we're
jobs.
talking Sunday
Well, I
spaces.
mean,
Now you want to get me
I,
spicy, baby?
If they want to
Leo,
hear
like
from the
Leo,
community, I can tell
I
them.
don't
They don't give a
disagree with
shit
you.
about the community. They could
And
care
I
less
don't
about the
disagree with you.
community.
And don't get me wrong. Don't think that I'm being a CDC apologist here or anything like that.
Whoa, then you
Like,
better watch your mouth,
uh,
Ozzy. You better watch your next
I'm
words,
but
just going to
Ozzy.
be
no.
honest with
Like,
you, Aussie. I've always been
I want to be
honest,
honest. I want to be honest. I want to be honest. I
and I'm going to be
honestly
honest
thought
with you.
everyone knew this was coming, right? Like, I thought it was a given. Like, this is like a bank reward. Like, when you join this bank, you get this rate for 3 months. Blah blah blah. Like, I
Well,
knew
that's what
this
they should
wasn't
have said. Then.
sustainable. There
That's
were
what they
people out
should
there
have
with
said. They should have
obsidian
said.
cards getting
Honestly, yeah, I
like
understand that. But
10,000 CRO cashback on
if it's
single
a limited time
purchases.
only, then you say it's a limited time only. Listen, man, I was fighting to get the next one, and
I feel you, man. Me too.
A
I
lot
was
of
planning
and
to
I
people,
had
upgrade.
no idea that they
Well,
a
were going
lot
to
of
take it
people.
actually,
away.
let's talk strategy, right? So if you want to maximize this, like what you wait until the cutoff, and then you upgrade, like when you because you have the Sierra on the side, and then you maximize 180 days from that point, right? That's
And
the game
honestly,
I'm
I
looking
just
at
don't
now.
want to be. I
You
don't want to
can't,
be in a
Austin.
boat. That's a really good point, but I don't want to be in a boat with somebody that I feel like is going to stab me in the back.
Yeah, it's a small boat
Honestly,
too. We're always
it's all
talking
about.
about how small of a boat it is,
And listen,
So
it's not about losing the money. It's not about the money. It's about the trust. I felt betrayed. I've been pissed off wanting to tell y'all how pissed off I was since yesterday. And only because
I'm sorry for making you wait, baby. I don't do jungles on Sundays.
my
You were
wife was
asking
like,
why there wasn't 32 retweets so quick. Like, yeah, there's a lot
yeah, and
of
I don't mind. I don't.
energy about this,
And
and
honestly, dude,
I mean,
they
he's
have
one
to
of the
be
biggest
able to
draws,
take
right?
it. Like I've listened to that bullshit about family and Crow fam and all that bullshit, and it's only real here. It's not real with them at all. They're no different than Walmart or fucking Binance. I don't have any. Honestly, dude, I don't care
No,
what it
no,
sounds
dude,
like.
I'm
dude.
not saying anything because
Like,
that is
I'm not
straight facts, and I've been
like
saying
it
it
is a
since
fact. Like,
the
it
day
shouldn't be a
we got
surprise
here.
to
Don't
anyone.
let
Like,
CDC be your
I
daddy.
agree.
Zeus, fucking A. Ozzy,
But
you gotta let people talk when they got their
yeah,
hands
I'm
up.
sorry.
Zeus,
Sorry, Zeus.
come back up here, buddy. Work, what's up?
So, I mean, I don't want to tell everybody calm down or that they should have known this was coming. I've been around for a little while. I signed up 2 years ago. I got my first card, and things were, this isn't the first time that they've cut down on the rewards. We always say we're early, we're early, we're early. Well, we were early 2 years ago, and we were early.
Exactly.
We were early a year ago. We were early.
God damn it, Leo, get it together.
Hey,
I was trying to. I love work. I trust
he
work. I do
doesn't.
not try to mute him. I was listening to everything he said, and I was coming off the ledge. Trust me, I was trying to let somebody.
And Workers for Losers is right. They also changed the staking requirements for the card tiers a couple of times. Like, these changes aren't new.
No, Mark, please continue. I was trying to add somebody as a speaker. I was not trying to.
I understand. No, so we're still early because you can still get free Netflix, and you can still get free Amazon Prime, and you can still get a bunch of benefits, but
It ain't 12.5%.
I can't believe y'all can
it's
still make me jealous after all this shit. I
look,
still don't have the card,
12.5%
and I'm
of my
still stuck
money.
in this like limbo of
I
jealousy where I'm
remember.
like, nah, fuck that card.
Are
I
I
you talking
still wish
remember.
I
about?
had it.
But seriously, are you talking about comparing free Netflix to 12.5 points on my money?
I know, but you see,
I mean, come on.
we used to get 18%. We used to get 18% in earn. We used to get 18% on the card. I
Well, we
mean,
don't have to worry about that anymore. We're not getting anything anymore. So it's
No,
zero.
but like this is important, except for the fact that like Leo has a great point. The the amount that they spend on advertising and the way that they do this like we're by the book type shit, you really would expect just a little
I'm
more
willing to bet.
transparency on that.
I'm willing to bet if you go back to their terms and conditions update 2018 or thereabouts, it says somewhere that
Yeah, but
the
fuck that.
terms
We
and
talk
conditions
shit
for
on
the
every
cards are up
Sunday.
for
It's not about
change
the
at
fine
any
print. It's
Oh,
about
so you're
time,
pro
for
fans,
any
bro.
reason.
Is that
Hey, look,
right?
I feel for you.
Dude,
But you understand the economics of it too. Like, you can't just give out free money forever. I feel like the point that
if you're not going to give
Leo,
out free money
very quickly.
forever, then don't fucking advertise it that way.
Exactly. I was just about to say the only point of yours that really resonates with me is you're right. They've spent $750 million on the Staples Center.
That's the whole
They've
point.
spent tens of millions of dollars on Formula One and UFC and Matt Damon and LeBron, and maybe
Everybody
they could have
but
used that to
us.
look after us a
Every
bit more.
single person except for the little guys in here every day
And we
talking about
know
how
that
Look,
the giant customers are coming with the FIFA thing. It wasn't the
yeah,
Super Bowl. It wasn't the Staples Center. It's the soccer. It's the worldwide onboarding that they've been preparing for. And this means that they really fucking think it's coming this time. Because there's no way they can pay soccer fans. That's just
Yeah,
not going to happen.
imagine a
amen,
billion
dude.
users all sign up for like the Rose Gold, and then they
It's
have to
about
pay cash
onboarding.
back as they all go on a like shopping spree. Did you
So
notice the
now we're
other
going over the
change?
hand.
The
Zeus, and then
sorry,
Lotus,
no,
and then the
quickly.
Watcher.
Did you notice the other change was the limit on how much you could use as well? Like, there's a reason why they've limited it as well.
yeah, it sounds like they're broke. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like they're
Or they're expecting the
Oh,
whales.
Hey, Leo.
No,
Welcome to
no way. That don't sound
CDC.
like that at all.
We've
No.
been getting fucked forever. Like we used to get a higher percentage, and then they cut it. And it says on the card when you sign up, it says they can change it at any time. It's been there forever. And before that, with MCO, they did the same thing. They fucking diluted our tokens for nothing. So we've been getting fucked for a while. We just staying here. And the thing is, like, now new people coming in, they're gonna see the new, shitty benefits, but they're gonna be happy with it because it's gonna be better than just
because it's
leaving
all
the
they
money in
know.
the bank.
It's all they know. You're right, Zeus. I'm not
Because like
saying
you were happy with this benefits that they were giving. I was happy with the one that we were getting before, and they fucked us over and changed it and lowered it. So like now they were ready for the bear market. Think about it. If they keep giving 5%, 8% on purchases, and they know Crow is gonna go down to like 15, 20 cents, it's not going to be sustainable in the long run. So better off now that we're already down and they kick us on the ground and they're like they keep moving the knife inside of us and making us bleed more than waiting for the bull market and Crow being $2 and then just cutting it off in the middle of the bull run, and then everybody's going to be pissed even more. Like
Look,
there's less
wouldn't we
people in
rather
here
have
now.
a final dip before $1?
well, it would be
Like a
tough to
real
get to
one?
$2 anyways if they give everybody back 5 to 8% too. It would just cause them. People would just keep spending.
Right. It's an unhealthy ecosystem there, man. And
Yeah, for
if we
sure.
want to have a healthy ecosystem to where we can onboard users on, so let's stop thinking about ourselves and these little reward points and stuff, and let's start thinking a little bit wider here on onboarding other people.
I just want to trust them. I hear what you're saying, and I don't. I get it about the money, and it seems like I'm
Never trust anybody, Leo.
But I just felt I didn't live through what y'all were talking about when they changed it before, so I just gullibly believed what they told me.
Well, I got to tell you, I
Understand,
remember the
I
extra.
understand your point.
Well, you can get a lot more in DeFi anyway, right? I mean, you know what I mean? Why would you stick it in there and all this other kind of shit when you can get way
Because I
better
thought the program
rates of
was a
it?
good deal. 12.5 points on my money. That was even before I knew about DeFi. You know what I mean? Like, shit, I'm like 12.5% versus less than 0.5% from the bank.
But
Yeah, I was
listen,
all about it.
remember we always say that like we run into roadblocks with people because shit seems too good to be true. So maybe this is like getting it down to a level where the real, you know, muggles can get in and like not think that it's too good to be true.
And think about it this way, Leo. If they keep the cards, most of the Cro is going to stay on the cards. And if Cro goes down, people are going to go into the cards even more because they're going to get more Cro for their percentage of the money they're spending. By doing this, they're just cutting it off at the bottom. And now everybody is going to want the 10%. So everybody's going to move to DeFi. All those tokens
Yes.
are going to be in nodes getting 10% and verifying transactions. So
Yeah.
they're
Also,
basically
Zeus.
pushing out of the
Spec.
beta and moving us into like the new phase, getting us
Yeah.
ready for the next bull run.
Hey,
and
man.
Hey,
also
spoken
with
like a
that being
true OG
said,
who's
though,
been
hey
through a few
Ozzy, I had a
Loaded,
hand
cycles.
up.
loaded's
Hold
got
up,
his
Ozzy.
hand up.
Hold up. Yeah, hold up, Ozzy. And even before me, Watcher, he had his hand up too. I just had to speak what I could. But hey, Alpha, check your messages.
Yes, sir. Oh shit, that's it. All right, watch.
Was that? Did Loaded go? Did he
No,
have
no,
something
go
to say?
ahead. You had your hand up
Oh
before
yeah,
me.
sorry, that was you. My bad. Yeah, I just wanted to say to Leo directly, for one thing, just to back up Zeus, that they were incredibly explicit the entire time about this whole rewards being cut eventually. And even when I signed up, I recognized the fact, not to be facetious about it or whatever, but I was very much in the mindset of, oh God, I'm here now, just post this MCO era, and I'm lucky enough to be getting these rewards for whatever amount of time. I thought back then that the 2% was going to go in about 6 months at the time, So I just
I
have to
totally
say
hear what
that
you're saying.
on the saltiness, just and I get what Zeus is saying that they're driving the knife and everything. I love the analogies, but at the same time, is it that like this has always been the case, this has always been happening, etc. As people said, are we going through I really like what Sue said about the next phase. This kind of looks like what happened in the MCO era, which I had to look into while doing my research to actually stake for CRO at the time. I had to learn what happened with MCO, and the fact was that essentially they launched a new coin and they migrated it over, and that was their first attempt at the EVM compatibility with the Crypto.org chain. So now we're on like phase three of that kind of whatever 10-year roadmap they had or whatever it is. I know it's hard for the big stakers in particular. I mean, even I feel now people I've onboarded having to tell them, look, the stake is going to go to 0.5%, but
Honestly, that is
at
honestly,
least we can
Pro.
tell them it's within your stake amount too. So if you've got 100 days left, you still got 100 days of those rewards.
Well, no, I
Wasn't
get it.
too much of a kick in the
I
nuts that
totally
way.
hear what you're saying. Let me respond to what you said because I believe what you and Zeus. I respect the shit out of both of y'all, and I know that y'all know what you're talking about. And work is the same way. And honestly, the last part about what you talked about really makes me the most angry. And I'm glad that I'm talking to y'all because I feel way better about it. And I'm sorry that I was having such the red ass. Marcus Aurelius said, "Don't be overheard complaining,
Look who came in here all
not
butthurt
even
on
to
a
yourself."
Monday.
No. I slept on. I was so fucking mad. Like I've been tweeting like crazy. They said, "Where did your card gonna take you?" And I told them it was taking me to Solana. But honestly, I was probably wrong about it, and I was stupid enough not to realize that all of this was going to change. But I totally believed it. I mean, hell, I was going to set it up with the 400 grand and make it a retirement account for God's sakes. Like that was my plan. But beyond all of that, the freaking number of people that I have told about how great CDC is and how fantastic they are and all these wonderful things, like literally everywhere I go, I'm the crypto guy, right? Because I want to share with everybody this wondrous thing that I have found. And now I feel like I got to go back to every single one of them in our little village
Shame, Leo,
and
you
say, and
crypto
not the shame,
liar.
but just the bad information. Like what I told you before is not what it is today, and I'm going to stop telling people any of it, honestly. But I hear what you're saying, Watcher, and I should not be complaining. I'm sorry I had the red ass, and I
And
will.
just to repeat it, like it wasn't even ever fine print. I just have to commend CDC on that. It was really explicit. They did not hide the fact, and they warned us. In fairness to them, I wish I had screenshots now, but it was overly explicit about the fact that the CRO rewards could change at any time. And even at the time when they changed the stake amount, when they changed it to taking in a fiat amount rather than the CRO, how they did that, broke it down for us and said, here's what's going to happen and etc. was better, I'd say, than a lot of companies have gone about different things of a similar nature. I'll put it that way. I won't go into too many details, but although it hurts, it's hard to explain. It's kind of encouraging in that it's like an Apple move almost. It's like, okay,
Right.
this is what we're doing.
Well,
Here's
maybe
the
I've
next
been
part
looking
of
at
our
it the
roadmap,
whole
and
time.
we don't really care, unfortunately,
I felt betrayed, and maybe that was the wrong way to look at it. But I want to hear what Loaded has to say. He's been patiently waiting.
He just wants me to check my DMs. We need to take the
Yeah.
emotion
No,
out of
no,
it.
I got something to
This
say
is a
too.
very important,
No, yeah,
time to
I want you to
remember.
check your DMs, but I want to say, I probably got the best point of all. That's why I was waiting patiently. But no, but my point is that CDC is growing like really fast, like extremely fast to the point that everybody that jump on, they see these percentages and then they want to sign up instantly. So that was gonna cause inflation anyways. Like if I would compare it to something like a 1 inch, even like a pancake swap. If we would have, if all these people would have came and got these percentages, it would have probably flew up to a dollar to like $1.10 USD, and everybody would have got that huge percentage back. Then it would have went straight back down because everybody just got all this free money, like really like the definition of inflation. So they probably seen these things happen, and all the partnerships that they doing, all the new people that they getting on CDC, that they say, oh, well, this could be really bad for us if we keep on giving back these percentages to all these people. That's just my outlook on it.
Loaded. The thing is, the issue is the other way around because we're going into a bear market. So you get 5%.
We
So
don't,
for
but we
example,
don't know for
if you
sure.
get
We don't know
if you
that.
spend $100 and you're getting 5% back, that's $5. If Crow is $1, you only get 5 Crow. But if Crow is 50 cents, you get 50 Crow.
But we
That's
actually,
the biggest issue. They're gonna print more out, but they can't print anymore because there's a limit. So I get what Leo's saying. I'm pissed too. I have an
Yeah,
IC
and they
card for a
did
while,
burn.
and I've been using it, but I'm looking at the bigger picture. I'd rather my Crow be worth $2, $3 and not get the percentage on my
but
purchases because I'm looking at the long run. The
no,
company
yeah. I just
has
want
to
to touch on
sustain
one thing
itself.
that you said though. We don't know if this is the bear market yet. Like it's
Oh,
not a fact.
we know, Loaded.
It's a bear.
It
We
Look
don't
is.
at
know.
look at the charts.
We honestly do not know anything in
You know how we're
crypto.
loaded. You know how we're always saying
When we
like on
think
a
We're
Bitcoin
red
is
we're
day,
going to
down
seventy
if
k,
60
you
it
plus
go
zoom
back
out,
down to
percent from
thirty
the
five
top.
k.
this is how you can tell if it's a bear market. You know how we're always telling everybody when it's a bad day, you zoom out. All right, when you zoom out and it's still a bad day, we're in a bear market.
And you
So
zoom
so
out
what
one more
about so
time.
what about when it was going great and we all thought that Bitcoin was going to 75
I
k,
still I
and it
still
went
think
straight
that.
back down.
It's
We
still
really do
going.
not
It's
know.
going.
I still think it's going to hit 100,000 or
But we're
more.
Yeah, like
I
definitely
still think that.
we
bear
really have
market.
no idea. I just wanted to really touch on that. These
I
are
get
all
it.
just
I get it.
our
Like
Yeah,
opinions.
but you look at the
this,
volume of money coming
listen to
in, and you
Zeus.
can tell we're in a
Exactly.
like now.
Yeah.
There's no money. There's no flow. Like we're in a downturn, and we're waiting for a
Exactly.
capitulation. We can deep even more to
We
like
want a
Sorry, guys.
20,
Sorry, guys.
capitulation.
30K. So
I'm
we're gonna
down
have
here
a
in the laundry room and it is loud as fuck. And everybody's trying to talk. We got a bunch of people trying to come up. Let's burn through these hands, working on the watcher, and then if you're not talking, we gotta have a rotation. God, did someone put fucking overalls in the dryer? What is going on here?
It wasn't me. Uh, I don't have overalls anymore. I did have a pair at one point a long time ago. Um, so I just want to. I'm sorry, Leonardo. And everybody else that had plans for this to be a thing forever. It really sucks that it's gone. But truthfully, it was more than I ever thought that that somebody was going to give me on my money for any time at all. And there has been multiple mass exoduses.
Oops, sorry, that was me. I'm driving.
Zeus. All
My
right,
bad.
everybody gets
No,
one
I'm
pass.
driving.
You know
That's the
what,
thing.
Zeus? That's it.
I got my phone on my hand and I'm driving.
He's loving it too much.
I
My
was
bad.
I was being really heartfelt, and this completely destroyed my. I was going, man. I was going.
I'm sorry.
Um, so I was saying something about stuff. Um,
No, I agree. Work is for losers. You're right. Like it meant a lot to a lot of people, but like the bigger picture, and that was my very quick comment. I mean, listen to Zeus and other people who have been through a year or two or more of CRO or MCO. Like they get it. This is actually a great onboarding opportunity because it's like, hey, jump in before June because then you can take advantage of 180 days, and CRO costs less than 30 cents right now. Like what an entry point. I mean, I'm as convicted as ever. The service that they were providing was the card. Like the fact that they were giving Crow back when I used the card, cool. But here in Australia, that was literally the only card. I'm on the Binance card waiting list, the Uphold card waiting list, the like FTA, like all the card waiting lists. I'm on all of them, right?
Oh
But the
yeah,
only
dude. And the
CDC is the
best
only
thing that
one.
Robinhood gives you is freaking round up your purchases, and they'll like maybe match it and send it to your investment account. That's my other card that I
hey,
have.
do you remember? They weren't going to do 5% and 8%. They did it strictly because there was another company. I forget what the company name was, but they had an 8% card, and they said, you know what, our Obsidian's going to be 8%.
Yeah, and
I think that
even
was the Cash App,
Coinbase
right?
had a four
Yeah,
percent.
I
Coinbase
forget
was
what it
giving
was.
people 4.
I think whatever company it was, they're gone now.
Well, exactly, right, and because it was unsustainable. Like if Crypto.com was to provide these rewards forever and grow to beyond 10 million, 100 million users, a billion users, that's not sustainable. They can't give that out. It's the same reason why banks today are just trying to lure you in with like, hey, we'll give you 2% when all the other suckers are offering you 1%, anything to get you through the door, right?
And
Like it's
here's
an
some
age-old
financial
tactic.
advice. If you have banks in your area that are doing that, like, hey, sign up and we give you $50, that's always a buy. Go ahead. Get the $50. I've done that so many times before I found crypto and NFTs, obviously. When I was like 19 and I was living in Colorado and I took
Search
a
bank
bus.
promotions
Yeah.
on the Google, and you will
Yeah.
find
John
all
knows.
sorts of them.
What up, Texas? Go, baby.
Not much. It looks like a lot of you've never been hit in the face. It just sounds like I'm in a room with a bunch of cupcakes who've never been punched in the face a couple times. Look at this
Jesus,
picture.
Alpha.
Island
This
Thunder
is
punching you in the
brilliant.
face, telling you,
Tell him.
wake up.
This is
Come
how
here.
he treats his kids at school. Like this is if
I
you're
was
in
gonna
John's
say,
classroom, it's gonna get military on your ass.
We need success. We need numbers. So
Texas, you've trained, right?
Text,
You've
mate.
like been on the mats and in the ring and etc. I presume, mouthing off like that.
No, I love it. All I hear is passion from John.Crow. I hear passion, and he understands the big like it. Alpha, you said before, usually we say zoom out, and like, oh, it must be a bad day if you zoom out and it's still bad. Then you're using the wrong zoom, my friend. You're looking at the 15-minute chart or something. Like you are not looking at the macro picture. If you
No, I'm
zoom out
saying
on
when
a
you zoom
daily
out to
chart,
3 months, when we're down 15% Aussie in a day, and you zoom out to 3 months and
that's
it says
nothing.
65%, that's a bear
15%
6
market.
months.
a 15% drawdown or retracement is nothing. In fact, it's like medicine. It's healthy. It's required.
Okay,
Like
so what's 70% in
Bitcoin
three
used to
months?
do
What do you call that?
30% like retracements in a day. Like this is
Right. What do you
nothing. This
call a
is building
70%
block.
retracement in 3 months?
Well, Crow did go from 11 cent all the way up to 85 cent without stopping. So
That was
No, there
fine.
were retracements. There were retracements like greater than 20% between the 11 cents of I think that's around April of 2020 through to its highs of like nearly $1 last year. But it went through
You're
several
right. You're
aggressive
right, buddy. You're
retracements.
right. Here's what I want to do. I want everybody to calm down and quiet to that point where they can hear the watcher, and let's let him go. What's up, buddy?
Am I really that quiet? It
You
must
are.
be
You're
helping me.
super quiet, but I dig it. I dig
I
that.
need to get some new headphones or something. Be shouting for myself. But a couple of points on especially the bear market. So one thing that I had learned, paying more and more attention over the past year and a half too, is that a lot of people say that our next real bear market wave, real one, like a proper downtrend, something like the 2018 dip, would coincide with our first real wave of regulatory FUD, and that has kind of played out perfectly. And just to make the point on all of this, first of all, are we riding the wave with CDC into that? So they have their plan, they know what they need to do against the regulators essentially to keep this on going. And maybe they're kind of moving us more to the decentralized side. Maybe as I said, people have posted this stuff from the roadmap that I forgot was even there about DeFi card and all of this stuff. So it's like, who knows what's coming out of it. But also, I'm engaged in a bit of an argument even with someone who was saying, "Oh, it's so unfair, and I'm locked now for 6 months." And I'm saying, "You're still receiving your current reward rate. Wasn't that a fair move?" And it's kind of the same thing as we saw before, where people were giving out. Before the Chronos chain was even launched, most of Chris's tweets and the Crypto.com support were, "Where the hell is my card?" And it's like, you were told really explicitly in the emails you received, everything you signed up for, that it was a 6 month wait. And that actually CDC did a great job getting cards to everyone well before that 6 month wait was over, myself included, and some people I onboarded. So it's like, I think we need to maintain that, as I said, as Alpha said, calm about it, that actually this is an exciting move. And I hope there's a lot of you amongst me or with me there in being excited about the discount currently. And the most exciting things always happen, so far at least, in the bear. That's when the real building happens, and that's when the real gains happen, if that's what we're here for. But we're not. Now we look forward to Chronos first and Island Thunder and everything we're going to build out of the bear. It's the key, sticking around for this point specifically.
I love it. I always love it
I
when
love it too.
we're quiet enough for Watcher to drop some bombs. You know what I mean? Because like
Can I touch
this
on
is
that
when
real
you
quick?
separate the wheat from the chaff, and when we're
Agreed.
building and things are going down, and we're still building to the point where like you hear me talking like I'm solid. It's
Oh,
not
dude,
about the
I'm as
it's
solid as
about the
ever.
building. It's all about like the base that we're creating, and the fact
We
that
can't
Crow gets
lose
But
y'all
cheaper
to
and cheaper, it
Ethereum.
makes it easier to
we're
buy
not gonna
these
have.
building materials that we
Yeah.
need, bro. We need
Before
more
we
Crow.
before we go to Zeus, like I just checking Chronos Watcher at the risk of changing topic. Are you using an iPhone with AirPods? Because like the audio change up sounds like you're using like AirPods or AirPods Pro set to like voice isolation, because it will randomly choose whether to play your voice or not. So if you're using AirPods, maybe just turn off the voice isolation mode. I think that might fix your problem. Sorry,
Oh
Zeus, what's
no,
up?
it's just cheap headphones. That's what it is, and it's doing that automatically.
Best
So
best
thank you.
advice.
Just think about
Alpha's
this.
advice, the quoted ones.
Yes,
The
totally. Yeah.
the cheapest they get, the free
One,
ones in the drawer that are messed up and coiled up with 7 other pairs of headphones. You grab that ball and you find one headphone that you can fit in one ear, and like you're good. I'm telling you,
I'm
I've
using
been
it right
there.
now.
Gotta
Only
go
because
get
you, Alpha. It never even occurred to me to use the cable and save my Bluetooth, but now that's all I use because it's better all around. Even if
And you
the
sound
cords do
so
get in the way
good, baby.
sometimes.
It doesn't matter what you
Cheers.
say.
You know what's weird is if I put on my really expensive like work headset, then it sounds like I'm speaking like right into your ears, like it's just like way too close, way too loud. Like the iPhones don't handle that
Yeah,
audio well.
and
But
full
Zeus,
disclosure,
you're waiting so well.
I haven't worn headphones in like 3 weeks. You guys have such a wide spectrum of
Of volumes.
technology that you use to talk to me that it's like I can't take the headphones in and out so much. I'm just
Web3
shouting at my
fixes
phone
that.
now. It's cool. I still sound all right. What's up, work?
What if this is how they push us into cross chain? All these people know about Chronos and now they're pissed off and they're going to go learn something else.
Not only that, but like what a great baby step to learn about cross chain and, interchain communication. Like crypto.org to Chronos is interchain. Yes, it's, just the decentralized side chain, but like we've all experienced bridging right? How many fucking
Awful
posts did you see
experiences. Some
about
awful.
bridging experiences? And like, this is what we've been talking about for 6 months, and we're still going through it because, like,
I think more people have bridged than understand what bridging is.
oh, they don't even know they bridged. That's what I'm saying. Because Crypto.com made it pretty fucking easy for you, didn't they?
Zeus had a point. Zeus.
Waiving the fees, making it one click. Go ahead, Zeus.
Zeus, is your hand
Oh,
stuck?
he's
High five,
He's
bro.
also driving.
He's doing the host co-host trick. I'm away.
Work.
I was giving him a high five.
High five to Zeus.
And just to fucking reset here, we got 80 people, and we've been here for about 40 minutes. So,
you know what's weird, Alpha?
by that math, we're gonna have 180 people by the time it's fucking 8 o'clock.
This is the most CDC centralized Coffee and Cro I've been to in a while. Normally, it's like Kronos NFTs and
You
like
take that
DeFi
back.
tokens. No, like it's not an insult, but like the main topic of conversation is the card, right? Like, and honestly, that's what initially drew me to Crypto.com. I did all my checks afterwards, but it was the card that was the differentiator to begin
Definitely
with.
the card for me, and that's why I say I got to find all you freaks out here. So that was a huge bonus that I wasn't expecting, and I'm very thankful for. And I
It was
probably,
always said.
Respectively.
I guess I'm just too new to the whole thing because I didn't. I know Kronos said, "Man, it was written everywhere. You should have realized it." But I guess I had the glazed over hopium eyes and was going to ride this train to glory. But I'll just keep my nail belt on, and we'll just keep banging these nails. It's totally fine.
No, Leo. Let's look at the bright side, right? So what the
Upset.
emails?
I'm going
The
to talk
emails.
to Ozzy because he loves to talk over everybody else. I'm just going to keep talking until he shuts up.
But you gotta bump your volume up while you do it. You gotta.
I'm just going to get my mouth closer to the microphone so that you can't hear anybody else.
How about this work? How about this? I'll do you one better. Bing bong. Hold that co-host invite. Let's go.
Oh.
Let's go. And then you can hit it on purpose, but then pretend like you did it by mistake.
Right.
Because everybody gets a pass today.
All right. So,
I didn't mean to talk over you, mate.
I don't have to talk today, but
you just kind of, I understand why you're upset. It's like you got fired from a job. You were planning on that money.
Exactly.
It's like a full-time job, money that was going to come in, and they took it away. So I understand. I completely understand. But however, it was too good to be true, and
You're 100% right.
Right? We can admit that now. It felt
Yeah.
like it the whole time.
Oh,
but
dude,
we were like, can they pull this
100%.
off? I don't know.
And
honestly, I feel like I'm probably more pissed off because I was so gullible that I believed that it was something that I could count on.
I love you, bro.
I don't
Like,
know.
where else can we get
Movie
to this
Pass?
point of honesty?
Was anybody Movie Pass? Free movies every day for $9.99 a month. You knew that was going to last when you saw it. But guess what? We're going to try it anyway, son.
Right? First one in wins. Doesn't matter if it's a Ponzi scheme or the best fucking business plan you ever saw. We were first. Feel good about it. Come on now.
Hey, I just got to know how to explain it to my wife now.
Oh, shit. I can't help you with that, bro.
Just put the
I'm
girl
the one
in
that was saying
account.
icy wife,
Throw the three and four
icy life for 6 months.
Oh, my wife is totally. She's like my wife. My wife. Y'all think I'm mad now? You should have seen me yesterday. I was like Mount St. Helens.
30. Kids are off to school. Sorry.
But yeah, I was Mount St. Helens yesterday. But yeah, she's like glad. She's like, Mel, maybe this is the end of this whole cult thing. And I didn't tell her. I was like, well, there's always DeFi, and I still love the people. Like, I might be able to hate the corporation. Basically, honestly, I felt like Luke Skywalker yesterday. More Chewie is who I am. I'm more Chewie. But I felt like it was the, dun, 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 dun. That's what it felt like to me.
Don't let CDC be a daddy. Come on
But
now.
and listen, man, I'm totally wrong about it. Like, those guys are way smarter than me. Kronos Watcher. I kind of like emotions on the sleeve guy. You know what I mean? And I know Texas is getting ready to tell me how I'm wrong, and I will mute your ass in a second, Texas. So just keep that in mind.
Leonardo, I know how to read the room, and I know how to read someone's emotions, and not to be messed with today. So I wasn't about to do that to you. I staked for the green card in March of 21, and then I staked for the white card in November of 21. And I mean, yes, I am very disappointed that it's changing, but I also want this to eventually like get to $2, $3. So if they think
Exactly.
this is how it's going to have to happen, this is what it's going to be. I'm with it.
And
You know, go Chris.
and mate, and you're
Aussie.
golden. You're golden. If you staked in November, then it unlocks just in time before the June cutoff. Like if you read up top, June cutoff. So like we should be talking strategy, right? We should be
Aussie,
talking like
yes.
CRO is cheap. Stake as close as you can to June. Maximize the return. Like if you already have a card, you're already getting cash back. Get it for another half a year after June 1st
So
by
Aussie,
staking the
You
day
can't you
before.
can't do that, Aussie. It was up to May 1st. So anyone that stakes after May 1st, they don't get
Ah, that's
is
BS.
that
Thank you for letting
that's
me
it,
know.
right? May 1st, if you were staked by May 1st, you're good for another 6 months.
Okay, all right.
Between now and
Now
And
I'm
what
more pissed.
about all of us that are building on Crow in DeFi, right? Like we are taking Crow and when we build with it, we're making other things out of it. So is this a good thing for
yes.
Crow and its value, or are we
Yeah, because
sucking out of it?
it's getting tied up. That's the thing. And as we keep growing, more companies are going to come in like MMF and other people are going to come build developers, and they're going to need the Crow because they're
The
going to need
more
to
we
stake their
build, the more it's
tokens with the
locked up.
Crow.
Yeah,
Yep,
man. That's
and the
the
price is
word.
going to keep going up. So
What?
that's a good thing that they're letting all that Crow out, and it's going to flow into the Chronos chain.
I wish they would have said, okay, June 1st is everything's going to
Pump
change
that
and
thunder,
everything's going to
baby. Let's go.
That's
no.
what I'm talking about. I assumed that. I shouldn't have.
Right. So let's just clarify that. So I unstake May 4th. If I choose to restake May 5th, I will not be getting my normal staking. I
Mate,
will.
put it this way. Mine unstakes next week. So
Yours,
there's
what day?
like 7 days from now. Mine unlocks.
That's so
I know a
crazy. Mine's
lot
in a
of
few days
people
too.
that were able to stake early to late November because the run up to like 60, 70, 80 cents, and now they're unstaking at about the price they staked at, which is fine.
So for me, like or Leo, who's unstaked soon, we may as well just hold on to it until June and enjoy the benefits, and then do the zero whatever we want because it's free Netflix or whatever. Like that's
But
what we're looking at, right?
what Alpha always says is like first one to do something is usually the one. You know, if everything's tanking, the first people to unstake and sell to stablecoin will be the ones that have the highest price in theory.
Oh,
But
don't get me wrong. I'm not looking to sell.
100%. You
I'm
know
not
what
looking
was
to
the
sell.
hardest one? And I even missed it. So I'm going to keep it 100 with you guys. When Sky G was shooting the fucking moon last week, right? And we knew, I kept saying it too. Like, when anything goes up that high, it has to come down. But the trick was you had to stop taking your rewards 84 hours before you withdrew your Sky G. So the
exactly.
game was who could fucking hold out on taking their rewards while it just skyrocketed, you know? And then if you could wait it and burn it, then you could cash out your Sky G at, $2,000 instead of what is it at right now? 600. I'm buying. Work is up, I think. He's a co-host.
Yeah, I got a couple things, but I only remember one, and I only wrote one down right now. With we don't need. Well, I mean, it's still early for Kronos. However, we don't really need Crypto.com to succeed for Crow to be successful at this point.
That's an interesting point because Kronos can succeed on its own. Wow, Zeus and then no, we got Zeus and Watcher. Zeus is driving.
Yeah, no, I made it to my job. That's why I connected to the
Hey,
Wi-Fi,
congrats!
and it kicked me out. If you think about it, it might be also regulation related because they try to get in front of the stuff that's coming up. I don't know if you noticed, they're always trying to push stuff before it happens. And last month, we were talking with Watcher yesterday. Celsius pulled it out last month. If you're in the U.S. and you put money in, they're not giving you your percentage. Like if your grandfather in, I think they're cutting it. But if you're new one
Yes,
coming in, they're not giving you shit.
it's a
So
great point.
maybe they're
Or like
getting ready to see something coming up. Maybe the U.S. government is going to push something, and they're just
exactly that.
getting
So
prepared.
like our beloved Brave browser, like those rewards used to be way better, and there used to be referral rewards, but that was the early days, right? Like, and now it's like
Right
reached
after you
mass
got me onto
adoption.
Brave, they cut the
Well,
goddamn
I mean, it's
rewards off.
still good. It's still good, even without those like extra kickbacks, right? Like that's the point. Like they've
It's alright.
established a good ecosystem.
Nobody else
It's
ever
it's
paid
better than
me
Chrome.
to surf the web and paid me to block my ads for me. Like
So
I'll take it.
maybe
Or when
having a
Netflix was like
grandfathered
$9.
account, maybe having a grandfathered account is the trick. Then maybe because you have
It's
something
a
that you can
flex.
never have. Yeah,
It's like
that's
it's
the
like having a
Hexagon.
GIF for a PP on Twitter. Like I saw one of those the other day. Like you had an
I
animated
did too,
GIF.
bro, but only in
Yeah.
the messages. Like it only shows up in certain, like
Oh, it
not
was
in a
showing in
space.
it was showing in the space for me. This guy,
What?
and it was nuts. Like yeah.
Twitter's
I'll
bugging.
I'll have to track down that username. But like it was a
Nyan
trip
Cat
to
has
see
that.
grandfathered
Nyan
in.
Cat like shut off. I swear to God.
This wasn't someone else. This wasn't Nyan Cat. Like I'll find who it was because I followed them. But
last time I
yeah.
went to Nyan Cat's page, it wasn't moving, and I was like,
But there
bro.
is an animated one out there. It was a series of images. But anyway, this besides the point. Like I think being grandfathered in would have been nice. Like surely they could have broken off a little bit of that Staples Center money just to like grandfather in the existing
Well,
holders,
they haven't
or
made
have done
any
this
Staples
earlier.
Center money. We hopefully there's money to be made off the Staples Center deal. At the moment, it's a fucking giant hole in the bucket, and we got a bunch more, and we
I
got a
think
bunch
it's
more coming.
What
I
if
think it's more exciting.
Crypto.com is using money they don't have to get Crypto.com? Okay, so you loaded all your money into Crypto.com because you saw all this advertising, right? Okay, they spent all this money they didn't have. And then you flushed all your money into Kronos, right? Okay, you got this. And then Crypto.com goes bankrupt because they spent money they didn't have, right? And it doesn't do anything to Kronos. Like Kronos is something separate. Crypto.com isn't Kronos. What are you talking about?
But the validators are centralized, so it's basically the same thing.
Exactly.
So
Like
could
they're
one
not.
exist? Could one
It's not
exist
like
without
ETH.
the other? Watcher.
Yeah.
What do you think, buddy?
Yeah, I think headphones are bullshit. Goddamn no headphone jack.
Dude, this is the clearest we've ever heard you. This is nuts.
He sounds totally different. I'm like, who's this guy?
I thought he was like a patient. Now he like sounds like a real normal.
Okay.
He's just a regular boy.
That's brilliant.
I'm a real boy.
It used to sound like you were in like a control room for MI6 or something, just like so, yes, Mr. Bond.
Right?
Sends
There
the
was
drones
something
in.
like real
Like
clandestine about it. It was just like it couldn't come through clear because he was in a bunker somewhere.
I'm just gonna
exactly
say bunker.
behind a Faraday cage, like in an air gapped computer. Like
That's the
sorry,
plan.
watch this.
That's the plan with the CDC profits. If you need to know it, I'm getting a field, I'm building a bunker. Screw everyone. Anyway, yeah, some off the bat news. I took a screenshot there. Got to go digging maybe later because it'll take a while. But at least I have the time and everything. Dark G seems to have been Sky G at least seems to have been attacked by a flash arbitrage or something like that. I don't know what was going on. But
Fuckers!
if you
Keep
go
your
back to
dirty hands off my Sky G.
if you go back to 4:30 a.m. and I believe it's showing me UTC +1, so it should be like 3 a.m. UTC if you set your clock to that. So about 4:30 for me anyway. So I'm UTC +1, so you know that there is a buy-in and a sell pattern starts of 0.1 Sky each time, and it's like selling. If you get me, it's basically making money off each trade. The amount bought in goes up slightly each time. It's all around $118 US.
So they're running a bot. This is a bot trade on
I
Sky G?
don't know. I highly doubt that the protocol would do that themselves. It does look like flash arbitrage, so where the profits off each of these trades is then accumulated back to a wallet, but I'd have to.
Yeah, I'm saying like an arbitrage bot. Like people are
Yeah. I
people are
think there's
really
only,
going for it.
as I say, there's one around. There is one guy. It's like it's so strange. This quiet nerd, essentially, and it's just this one channel set up with the one video, and the last one he did was to attack Crodex. So I presume even people, I could probably figure out how to
Is
change all
that the
the
guy
bits
that
and
drove it
bobs.
down to $12? I'll kick his fucking ass. I swear to God.
I don't think so. I don't think
God
so. Actually,
damn. 12
there.
bucks?
Crodex, I honestly, heartbreak for me because I
Mm-hmm.
really like Crodex. I don't talk about it enough, but I've always talked about it, in some sense. And always talking about it being a solid structure for Chronos. But like to see it tank this harder than anybody around it. It's been rough for me.
Harder than the rates for the cards for
Harder than
crypto.com.
anything, bro. Crodex is in the shitter.
I
I
want to
think
hear what Truck's got to say. What do you think, Truck?
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing this morning?
It's too
We're
funny,
good,
bro. We
man.
never know when he
Good
turns his
morning.
mic on. It's either gonna be like car horns
It's
and
a
like
good
turn
morning.
it up to 11, or he's like -4.
All right, so I'm looking. Well, first I was looking at my wallet. Now I'm looking at Mad because I went on a little shopping spree last night. But that Sky G, I hope y'all reboard back in, bro.
Oh, big time! Last night I bought two
Nuts.
more. I bought 2 Sky G last night.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah,
nuts. Recovery.
yeah. I'm gonna stable back out. Sit back in the corner, hold my
And
knee.
listen to what the fuck, man. Because if you remember, he was talking that stable talk 2 days ago, before the roll, before the plunge.
Yeah, it
So
just
like,
sounded a little different. It was more like, bam, bam, yeah,
yeah,
buy that Sky G dip. What's up?
he was pumping the horn that day, but at the same time he was talking that talk, and you gotta listen. You gotta listen between the lions. Read between the lions.
Yo,
Alpha,
how
would
do
you
y'all
use the
feel
envy as
about
well?
this? How do y'all feel about this $759 Sky G?
I
Yeah.
buy under 1,000. I buy. I tell everybody to buy it. Sky G, Sky G. It's not just good for me. It's good for everybody. Sorry, I didn't say it earlier.
I think if they behave themselves, there's definitely an opening for the whole handshake of a tomb fork between Dark Crypto and themselves.
Definitely.
Maybe,
And Dark
Yeah.
Crypto is
Wait, they're
like,
not associated?
you look
Oh
at
my
Dark
god, I've got so
Crypto
much
and
to
you
learn.
look at V3S, right? Look at what V3S did with VVS, that nice little partnership, and look at Dark Crypto and Dark Gang Finance. Make that nice little partnership because also you see how they sort of like hold the same position for them. Like V3S is printing 7 different coins right now. You stake V-Share, you get all 7 of them. That's a hell of an ecosystem. You go
I
to
love
Dark
this.
Crypto, same thing. You
Everyone,
got 15 different fucking staking pools. Auto for all you
everyone's
people
freaking
that have
out.
never experienced
CROs pulling
auto.
30
God
cents,
damn it, Ozzy, I'm on a
and you're
fucking roll
pitching
here.
DeFis?
I'm gonna
Well, in
boost
all
you.
fairness, Ozzy, over the course of that dip, the APR in the boardroom at least it spiked from like 450% back up to 1,000 and something, which is like it's healthy for the
Hey,
protocol too. I
yeah.
really want to see all of these guys go below peg and get me some bonds on this side. I think we're seeing Savannah go that way already.
Ooh, okay. All right.
And we
Watch
need
it.
to talk
Can you break that
bonds,
down a
okay?
bit?
Because
Can
people
you?
need
Yeah.
to
Can we
understand the
rewind?
bonds. Ozzy,
Break that down. What he just watch it. Can you break down what you just said?
bonds.
So let's
Let's go.
say right, dark is the way to look at it. But if I say dark, you can say dark G, and it'll work the same way for Sky on Dark Crypto as it will for Sky G on Dark Gang. So let's just talk Dark Sky because that's the first level. It is interesting to note this is not FUD. Technically, we have the same situation as we did with Scrub to Savannah to MMF, as we do with Dark Gang to Dark Crypto to CRO. Just the difference is the wallets are normal, and it appears as if everyone's behaving themselves on that side. And
And
both
we're
teams,
watching them. We're watching
yeah,
them.
both teams have been pretty interactive and stuff like that, or their mods are very informed is another great thing, even if the team aren't directly interactive. But at least anyway, when one of these tokens, so let's say Dark Crypto, goes below the price of CRO, so let's make it easy, it went to 0.75 CRO, so obviously 3/4 of a CRO. You would then purchase with the Dark token you had, which was pegged to CRO, has now fallen below it. You would purchase the bond token. And depending on how the protocol works, I'm not exactly certain because we haven't seen it play out and they normally don't express it in plain English. Sometimes it's discretion in the team and they manage the rebalancing. Sometimes it is code that does it. But essentially, you are then sitting on that bond as a sort of a minted promise that you'll get the same amount back once Dark reaches the peg of 1 CRO.
Plus a
So
reward.
yes, essentially what they're doing is saying,
I
put your
love the
token
term
here,
minted promise.
put your token here, and it'll essentially be burned, which will help the supply go down and reset everything. And when it comes back up to the peg of 1, you can redeem it for that, rather than just losing out and selling there or selling even more, so that the treasury ends up with a load of Dark and there's loads of supply and it's just a cascade. The token just continues to go down because its whole purpose was to maintain that peg. So that's what the bond does. It's a promise that you'll get it back at the peg amount, and it stops you from just dumping the pegged token. And usually, as I say, the peg token gets burned in the minting process of the bond, which is what helps to reset the supply. And I see Zeus has his hand up, and I'm sure he's just as, if not more, educated and can add to what I was saying. So I might ask him to step in on it.
But I just
It's
want really
usually
quick, thank you for breaking it down like that, bro. It's been a long time since we heard any talk that was that clear and concise about bonding and how algorithmic peg tokens work and how we are a part of the process. And you need to see yourself that way, So, Zeus, what's up?
Yeah, that was perfect. That's what it is. The only thing I was gonna add is, they don't do it at peg. They do it a little bit over, like 1.1, 1.2, just to have that cushion. That's when they pay out the bonds. But yeah, that was perfect.
No, these are great
Totally.
things to put out there because these are questions that a lot of people have and are probably just not asking them because they go to these pages for the first time, they're doing their research, they're learning about this, but they see light, which is the bond for Dark, right? And they see the numbers, but it's like I see the tweets and I get DMs a lot, So it's like, hey, why can't I buy light? Or why can't I redeem whatever Mad Meerkats had for their bond? And these are the reasons. What's up, John? God damn it, John! Can I just call you Texas?
Yeah, go ahead. I mean,
that was weird. It felt weird.
What were the reasons, bro? You
It
stopped
looked
talking.
weird.
I
It
was
looked
listening.
weird, Bob.
Well, I mean, it's just like I think like the gift for a Twitter, that's grandfathered in. But here's the drawback: is you can never change that. You change that one time, and your grandfathered is gone. And like when those people who hold out for Manhattan apartments, and then they're the last, the first one in the pool, yes, but you know what else? The last one in a pool can also win. But is this a
It can also be a
grandfather?
bag holder. Don't forget
It
about
could
that
also
part.
be a bag holder, right, Alpha? You're right. But last one in the pool sometimes can be the champion. But is this a situation?
And for the record, the username change, like no one gave me a hard time about mine. I guess because it sounds the same. But
Finally, the
I think
SWAT team's
it's
there. I sent them an
yeah.
hour ago.
I know, dude. I mean, I sent you my address and everything. I thought I made doxing as easy as possible, but it's taken them a while. Your skills are waning. But that aside,
Aussie police, those mad cunts.
can you hear that? They're driving away opposite direction. Oh, what a shame, Alpha. Wrong address. No, I'm not, like I like
that
the
VPN,
rebranding,
bro. You're
John.
really screwing me.
Like the only thing that surprised me, and I did this like not to mess with people or anything, but like I just wanted consistency. So my @ handle now is the 0ZZY, which I guess is a really annoying tag. But I mean, I'm fine with all the missed tags. I think there were people copying and pasting like Twitter handles into, tweets and stuff, and that can go to my old account. That's totally fine. You know what I mean? Like if people want to reach out to me, they'll find me. Like it's not that hard. And John, mate, there's a lot of Texans in this space, just like there's a lot of Aussies. In a lot of ways, I should have made mine Matt.eth, but it was already taken.
There's just a lot of people, man. There's 90 people in here, and we never even said tweet out the room. So go ahead, because we should probably break 100 today.
Dude, you had 34
we mean fucking
retweets.
business, Aussie.
You had 34
We mean
retweets before.
business.
Mate, I thought it was you asking earlier, like why the excitement? Like I thought it was automated. Like you hit 20 retweets and you started. And now I'm looking at like 32 retweets. I'm like, why hasn't it started? What's going on?
We are building a smart contract. I swear to God.
A lot of money can be made with altcoins right now, but you just gotta be careful too.
Thank you.
Because we're in a downturn. We're in a downturn, and whenever we're in a downturn, BTC recovers. I don't know if you noticed.
No,
but the altcoins don't recover. So we're gonna bleed. We're bleeding against Bitcoin. Bitcoin's getting their power back, and all the altcoins are gonna just keep bleeding slowly. And you're gonna see Bitcoin bounce up and down. But I don't know if you noticed on the bounces, Cro is not going up. Cro is still at 29 cents. It's still bleeding, and everything else is gonna keep bleeding slowly. So that's
financial advice, but too. Zeus is on the fucking money.
And Zeus is a great point. Like Bitcoin dominance, BTCD is a ticker on TradingView. If you haven't looked at that, that's basically like Bitcoin event against altcoins. BTCD2 is Bitcoin and Ethereum against all altcoins. These are great indicators. But also the Fear and Greed Index is a really interesting one. The altcoin season index, which I think Zeus was mainly talking about there. Like if you track like bull runs versus bear runs, it starts with Bitcoin and then it flows to Ethereum pretty quickly, and then those profits flow into the altcoins, and then they flow into NFTs, and then we go through a bear cycle. It is. It's like clockwork.
Will the future resemble the past? We cannot say, but there are cycles and there are patterns to this shit.
This one is completely unique, though. I have to add that.
Thank you.
I must pin it up. That tweet I put out about Coin Bureau's video about the IMF's report. And as I said in the tweet, trigger warning about watching the video. I'll post it up there. They do not like it. They really don't like it. And they are directly referencing Kronos. I joked in the tweet. It was me and Alpha and everyone were also important.
I swear the screenshot looked like Cro.
And I do like Guy and the whole team at the Coin Bureau. Like they have quality content, and they do. Oh, the cops are back, Alpha. I don't know if you called them again, but they do. Guy does have quality content. That's a good YouTube resource. But at the same time, like it is so secular. Like it's seasonal. Oh my God, Alpha, you did find me this time. Oh no, they're gone. So the way that it like ebbs and flows, it just you can see it on the macro scale. Like I mean, on a slightly more micro scale, yeah, people do trade on full moons. People do trade on new moons. People do trade on like certain dates, like whether it be because the Fed is releasing the interest rates,
or they can't write this fast. They're gonna be writing on the walls like me in a second. Like full moon.
Sorry,
people trade on a full moon.
Oh, dude, have you not seen that chart? Like, if you like, just
no,
search,
I remember us talking about this back in November. It's hilarious.
Just like Google image search, just Google image search like Bitcoin or even traditional markets against full moons, and it's crazy. Like, I don't know how much of it is a self-fulfilling prophecy. People are like, well, there's enough idiots out there who will trade on the moon cycle, therefore I'll make sure I don't get burnt by those idiots. And therefore creating the thing that didn't exist to begin with.
Oh my God.
Whether it is
idiots,
that many idiots.
Bro, I just had a heart attack. I am sitting in my daughter's bed, right? And I'm looking at her little nightstand, and there's a pile of weed. And like my first instinct was like, no, not you.
But it's yours.
Of course it's mine. It's one of it's that weed I was looking for like 3 days ago.
Is that my
left
God.
in your daughter's room? Oh my God, bro.
Fucking terrible.
Found it.
Was there a lighter there too? Like, geez.
What was she gonna do? Eat it? Come on,
man. Alpha, don't feel bad, bro. I just found out. I just caught my 15-year-old smoking, bro. Don't feel bad, bro. I'm sad.
You are sad, bro. You are fucking sad.
But
I'm gonna boot you. You're so sad.
This is the lowest energy truck I've experienced.
At the end of the day, though, as long as she motherfucking responsible and keep getting her good grades, bro.
15 is tough, man. I can't even imagine 15. I've got 10 and 9, and that is nothing like 15.
Bro, I just bought a prom dress. and that thing has a slit all the way up her fucking thigh. I hate the shit.
Stop
I hate
it.
it
I
all.
don't want to hear it. Stop.
I
I
hate
love
it.
how much you hate it. I love how much you hate it.
No, I seriously,
That's a
I will
protective
puke over
dad. I
that. I
love
don't
that.
want to think about that.
Everyone
I,
thinks they're a cool
I
dad until
feel,
that's ahead.
feel you. What the fuck in the truck, man? I have a 19-year
Not
old,
you too, Slums. Come on. What's up with y'all?
and
Let
I'm
me get mine
actually
first.
no, I'm up, guys. I
All
just
right.
felt bad for him because, like, as a dad, you haven't been there yet, but your daughter will make
Okay,
15.
now both of you can't touch the goddamn boot.
I mean, it's
This is
hard,
You're
hilarious.
lucky your
but
banner is a thunder token, bro. I was literally just about to boot you.
Alpha, you're all about the future and looking forward. Like, you got to embrace these fears, my friend. Financial or daughter at prom. Otherwise, listen to Slums.
I
Listen.
pity the
no,
fool.
what's
I
so messed up?
pity the fool that tries to take my daughter to prom with a
No,
slut
no,
because let me
what
tell you.
messes it up is like when they meet this guy and they like him and you don't like him. But then when you finally meet this dude, he's like, you fucking love him. And it's like, oh my God, I'm not supposed to like you. But you like the guy. And that's amazing because that shows that your daughter has a good choice
I
in
might
men.
like him. I'm still taking the air out of his tires, or something.
Oh, well, no, don't take it out. Just let the air out. Just press the little air button. Just go.
That's what take it out means. I'm
And,
glad we have these conversations so we can get through the
yeah.
semantics, because
And
Yeah,
this
then
but
is
you do that
this is
and then
where it gets
something
lost in
happens.
translation.
And then try to push him to go into the military or something like go to the Air Force and take care of
There
my
you go. Also,
Just,
on the
yeah.
on the on the
This is
topic
the
of
guy that
tires, like don't ever try and stab a tire. Like that's an easy way to either break your wrist or the knife or your heart. So just like take 3 deep breaths before you try and pop someone's tire.
I've seen those videos of people popping like truck tires and then getting knocked the f out. But Sums is right. Like, it's like you gotta embrace this, man. You gotta.
He's a great.
What the with the truck tires?
I call him son-in-law, and so like they're so weird. Like they're both like the same. So when I met him, he was just like my daughter, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on? Y'all both like lame and stuff. Like, oh, we want to make to marriage and all this other stuff. I'm cool with that. But it's like, dude, he's all like following her around like a little puppy and everything. I'm like, what the hell? Like,
He
dude.
loves
Oh, come
her.
on. Didn't you want your daughter to be worshipped like a queen, like that she is? I love that you liked him and then still wanted to like send him to military college or whatever. That's the best thing I've
I
ever
feel
heard.
sorry for him because it's like,
I'm gonna
dude, you
stick him in
gotta
a
be a
box and send
man.
him to Abu Dhabi like Garfield or some shit.
Well, Slums, you want to know some real crazy stuff? Is that I don't like anybody. Like I don't even like y'all. But this kid right here, he's okay. He goes to a military school already. His
Wow.
mom makes him work. So anything that he has, his cell phone and all of that shit, he pays for himself.
Stop
I
it.
just don't like the fact
What
that
is he, a
he's so
fucking yield farmer too? Does he have a grass hat?
no man, he's
Whew.
only thing I don't like is he's soft as hell. He's like soft, like Cotton
Good.
Bell soft.
Exactly.
Good.
But I mean, we like it, but like
Right.
that soft stuff, it really, it's like you feel kind of sorry for him, kind of a little bit, but you don't. It's like, you like my daughter, but he like, dude, you so soft,
Right? Because you better be able to kick someone's ass if they talk shit to her. Like, I can't
dude.
follow her around all
That's the
day.
Yeah.
And
problem.
you're already
That's
doing
the
it. So, like,
problem.
you protect her.
I asked him, they were going to Six Flags in Dallas. Six Flags, sometimes stuff be going on. They be fighting and stuff sometimes. So I was like, y'all going to Six Flags and stuff. Like, can you fight? He's like, a little. And I was like, well,
Dude,
don't
I
worry about
love
it. I was
this.
like, don't worry about it. My daughter can fight. So if anything goes down, she'll protect you.
I love how that's the first question after you find out they're going to Six Flags. Oh, Six Flags, can you fight?
Can you find? Yeah, I never knew that Six Flags was the danger zone. But
You got to
also,
go
like,
to Six Flags
pro
over
tip:
Texas to even
the
understand
right,
why he asked that question.
Yeah,
the
because
right,
all the kids from all over go there. So you got to rep. You got to rep where you come from when you go to
and
Six
and
Flags, dog.
and if anyone ever asks you, like, if you're younger, like, if you can fight, the correct answer isn't like a little; it's enough. Like, yeah, can you fight? Yeah, I can fight enough.
I always said no. They're like, yo, can
Yeah,
you
say
fight?
no. And
Hey,
then when
good
they
When I
go
was
come
in
answer.
at you,
jail, like I was known as the guy, like I talk shit, but I can't fight a lick until I get put in a corner, and then I might whoop three dudes' ass.
yeah,
But you know,
let's
totally
admit
different
Hey,
you can't
nice.
fight.
I'm pretty sure
Always.
this whole room could kick my ass.
Well, at the same time,
Sorry,
yeah, I would
ass.
hope so. Ozzy's like, if you all came at me, you'd probably beat me up.
No, individually. Like even the ladies. Hello, ladies. I'm sure you could all kick my
Hello,
ass.
ladies.
I honestly, like no upper body strength loaded would like shake his head in disappointment at my muscular structure. But
Loaded
but
would shake
that's
his
okay.
head in disappointment at your fucking gusto, bro. Where's that vibe? Give him that same energy, Ozzy. Tell this
Man,
room that you would
Fire
fuck
up
every
energy.
single one of them up. That's what we
That
want to
virtually,
reminds me.
hear.
That
say
reminds.
virtually, I beat your ass.
I'll take any one of you.
Okay,
It,
okay.
it reminds
Alpha,
me
you
of the
gotta DM me some context for what you were talking about earlier. It's very
Ooh,
important.
about
I
last night?
definitely gotta hear from Jaffa and work.
Yeah.
Get some
But like,
normality in here.
good
just so
Outside
point.
the
you know,
ocean.
I
and
was
just so
looking for
everybody
cappuccino
knows,
and
and we can
crow
be a
earlier.
little mysterious while Ozzy talks over me, I can't talk about it yet, Watcher. But like, we are on this shit, like stink on shit. Let's
Well,
go,
send
Jaffa,
me
and then
the
what?
info.
Are you looking into it? That's all I want to know.
I've no info. I've nothing to go on.
I know. That's
You
the
gotta
tough part.
HMU.
I gotcha.
For everybody that's panicking about the blood in the market, don't trip by the dip because yeah, the altcoins, everything follow. BVC's been telling me about the Bitcoin, everything follows Bitcoin for the last couple of months, and I was like, okay. Now I got another confirmation from Ozzy. Don't trip by the dips. I don't see. We still got to take in consideration that crypto. They're predicting crypto to really pop in 2025. So right now we're gonna be on a roller coaster until 2025, but we can still make some money if you buy at the
Right after
bottom.
the next halving.
I was gonna say,
If
I
you buy,
believe in crypto today, tomorrow, 2025, 2035,
Jimmy,
2155. And
Jimmy.
I just want to say I came out of a room called VGX is better than crypto.com. You can go see that room yourself. It's led by Taco Man, who has as much sense as a damp rag cloth, as much charisma as a kitchen sink, and as much intelligence as a sack of potatoes. And I just gotta say, I will not give up on Crow. I will not stop with my purchases of Crow, and I will not surrender my Crow to
Is that
arbitrage
because
bots.
you're a
I am
soldier?
going to fight on. I'm going to fight on because I believe in financial freedom, and I believe in this revolution. Our founding
Throw your hands
fathers
up,
did
everybody.
not
Throw your
stop
fucking hands up.
the British so that I couldn't come here and talk about buying Crow. 1812, the Revolution, French Revolution, all of those things create the foundation for me to look into good projects and to realize Voyager is sucks. Crypto.com is the future.
The truth, baby.
Testify. Amen.
Why am I the only one
Jimmy,
clapping, Jimmy? What the fuck is going on
Jimmy, do
around
you
here?
remember? Do you remember the last time Crow was 29 cents? Those
I
were good
do. I
times.
was
And
buying it
the
even
time
more than I
before
am
that.
now.
Yeah, exactly. Like those are the days. Oh, they're back again.
Fucking love you,
Bit
Jimmy. This is
bargain
how you
discount.
talk over people, not how Ozzy does it. God damn it, Jaffa, and
I'm
then
gonna step
work,
down.
and then Kronos. Go ahead. We got a bunch of people trying to come up here. I love you, Ozzy. You know I do. You mad?
Yes, how are we? Just want to see how we're all doing today, to be honest. Said a little good morning. I defo went first with my hands up, I can't lie to you. But I'm stoned over to fuck, so I only came in to say hello and just see how we're all doing today, boys and girls. If everyone's still crying about CDC, I am not spending the day on Twitter, I can't be asked. Just buy Crow and stop crying, like, fucking hell.
Fucking hell, tell him Jaffa, Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Innit, bro?
That's some
Fucking hell.
sense from
Stop
over this
crying.
side.
Let's go. Yeah, no
All right, we
cappuccino
don't have
chill,
to
but I
make it
love to see
side
Crow.
specific, Watcher. Okay, Jaffa's right. You're right. What the fuck? I'm right. All right.
All right,
I'm
bro.
always alone with all you Yanks, like.
So what are we predicting the bottom to be?
28 cents.
It
You know,
definitely
there is no
20,
bottom. There is no top. There's only belief.
20 at
There's
least.
only belief because when you are in these wars, you don't know if the man next to you, the man to your right, to your left, is going to survive. These are different cryptos. But if you are a Crow soldier and the whistle blows, no matter how many bodies are on the floor, you pick yourself up as the Crow soldier and keep this project going. Doesn't matter if you're tripping over dead bodies or jumping into craters. I'm going up into the motherfucking moon.
To the moon, baby.
Let's
D-Rod,
go.
I'm looking at 25, maybe 20, D-Rod. But, who knows? No one knows.
Yeah, I was
I
kidding
mean,
That's
about
what I'm looking
28.
to this
28 is
EIN.
where we're at. I was kidding.
yeah, 28 is that it's 28's where it's at. So I mean, from what it looks like, a lot of rewards are going to be coming up in the next month. So
Like, what, at
you know,
20, but at 29? I'm going to keep buying as it
What I
goes
would
down.
do, yeah, is think about this dip in a long-term sense. I mean, this is not going to be a V-shaped recovery. So just have a plan for the next week or two. That's what I would do.
And not to mind,
perfect.
the market structure isn't looking great. So definitely just look forward to the DCA discounts, I would
No,
say.
and I'm glad I brought that up now that I think about it, because I remember myself a year ago, and I would see a dip, a hard dip, and I would fucking ape it. Just ape it like it was coming back in a V. And it does a lot of the time, but it's not the V that you think is coming. Goes up, back down.
Hey,
So,
it's almost like MMF had a heads up on this, all right. Everybody was like, "What
oh
the fuck is
shit, let's
going
get spicy.
on?"
Well, they pulled their money before everything, yeah. They had a heads up.
Yeah, blockchain doesn't lie.
Damn, boy.
Bro, we're watching everybody.
What about METF as well? Not sticking up to the backing.
It was surprisingly, well, I mean,
Well, there's no backing. That's the thing, Watcher. Like, if you look, it's backed by MMF, but if MMF keeps going down, like
Mm-hmm.
everything, like we were talking the other day, it's a house of cards.
Yeah.
The only money, real money in there, it's USDC, USDT, and Cro.
And
It's all pegged to the MMF, but everything else goes back to MMF.
And it's pretty explicit in the docs that it's their discretion at which the buybacks and stuff like that happen. So I was just seeing a lot of Meerkat FUD on the METF stuff, and I see that sort of tipping starting to happen in the balance where there's a lot of it's basically like civil war as far as I can see out there between those who are still in support and those who are giving out, and that's always the point at which we see the larger sort of tipping downturns. Now I think we've a tough month ahead of us essentially, and
Well,
as we
there's a
said,
war going on out there, guys. And I think if you look at the regular stock market, people are afraid of this war not just continuing for a long time, but the Federal Reserve not printing money to support the liquidity of this situation. Usually if you have a war that is equivalent to an outbreak of a very large conflict, the largest that Europe has seen since the 1940s, you would typically identify that with an important keystone moment. The Federal Reserve should, do open market operations and get back into the printing press. But for whatever reason, you see there is this COVID-19, and the Federal Reserve thought that was like a national catastrophe. That if you wear a mask, you could not work. I repeat, if you wore a mask, you could not work. So, you had to make sure that the whole financial market would not collapse because people would not pay their loans, apparently, somehow, because they could not walk outside because of COVID. Anyway,
that's ridiculous.
well,
You know what you mean?
yeah, well, I just have to say that right now, a lot of banks have no liquidity. They're not giving out loans. Obviously, if I was a bank manager, I would feel uncomfortable giving out a large amount of liabilities to people who, with all these things going on in Europe, especially. Let's just say there's a food shortage come winter, or there's a gas shortage. What are you going to do? Are you going to pay your mortgage? Are you going to pay your rent?
The food shortages are coming, bro. For those
we always
that
say eat crow, but you can't actually eat crow.
no,
No,
for
you
those
can eat
that
crow.
don't
You can eat.
know,
You can eat coffee.
so for those that don't know, we're in a microconductor crisis right now. All these semiconductor plants and shit had burnt down all over the world, and especially in Indonesia and China. I think it was a setup, actually, to tell you the truth. So that's why the price on anything with a microprocessor is just through the roof. Vehicles, cell phones,
I don't
and
know about that.
computers.
Apple phones are still the same price, even lower than before.
Okay.
Yeah,
Anyway,
they're still trash.
Well,
anyway,
maybe
so
so,
now,
but
When they're making the
but
chips
what
themselves,
is
that's the
getting being
difference.
destroyed
yeah.
in recent has been food processing plants. 17 to date this year have caught fire or been destroyed somehow, including the Alpina plant, or not Alpina. There was just a plant yesterday that caught fire again. A Purina plant somewhere.
Well, I'll just say this: the whole semiconductor shortage is, of course, a falsehood by companies who are trying to find an excuse to report losses. Um, in fact, most factories that make semiconductors are, I repeat, not in China. I repeat, not in China. They're in other countries. Assembly plants certainly are in China, but still, most of them not in Shanghai. They're in the interior where there is no COVID situation. Um, there are cars all around the world being sold. What's going on in the United States is pretty unique to the United States. It is, in truth, the problem with the shortages there in the United States exclusively is that they can't get the stuff from a ship onto the terminal and from the terminal onto the truck fast enough. And there's a variety of reasons why that's happening. It's been going on for more than a few years now. Um, but I could explain my opinion on it, but it's beside the point. In
And
Europe, where the catastrophe is beginning, again, we're in spring, so no one actually needs their gas right now, right? But
Yeah, nobody
come
needs gas.
October, we're gonna start seeing it. You know, we're gonna start seeing people having to basically. You're gonna see images of people wearing like three coats to
Excuse
walk
me,
back inside
hold
their
on. I need
apartment.
to back you up real quick. You said it's
You're
the
not gonna
spring,
back
so
me up, sir. I float down a river.
Stop.
well,
Having
somebody you
Viking and
just said
Jimmy
it
up
was
here at the
spring,
same
so
time
nobody's gonna
is
use their
always
gas. What the
problematic.
fuck are you talking about,
No,
bro?
no, stop, 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 stop,
Yeah, in Italy it's like super hot.
stop.
So
Viking,
Listen
you
to what
guys
he's
are both
saying.
super smart. Your Viking is literal, and Jimmy is figurative, and loaded companions is up. What's up?
Work was in front of me if he wants to go.
Just real quick, everybody, the Kentucky Derby is this weekend, and
Holy shit! Already?
yeah, if you
That
don't,
means big lazy horse time.
yeah, do you know about the Lazy Horse Race Club? You can be an owner of an in real life horse racing team. May 7th is the horse racing game launch. If you're confused, check out the Get book, and follow a horse, put your horse on, trot it around, show everybody. I gotta go. I'm going to the stables now. You're gonna have to get another co-host. Thank you.
Is that where everybody's going?
Nice.
Hot damn, we're down
I
to
don't know, but
we're
I
down
got
to 77.
chisel.
Let me tell you about the Kentucky Derby, guys. I have never been to a racetrack without a prime steak in front of me on my table and a bag of booze, cold beers. I got my pencil out and I am handicapping. I have handicapped horses for now 10 years. Never won a cent.
Which wife do you take with you that time? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7?
I'm more of a middle man
Which
ground
one's the
type
lucky
guy.
one? What's the lucky wife?
All I know is that there are certain furloughs and furlongs. And sometimes I can't understand if it's 3 furlongs that they win by or 2 furlongs that they win by.
Don't take fucking racing advice from Jimmy. Companions, how we doing?
Hey, what's up, man? Doing pretty good. How you guys doing?
Nice, nice.
Cool. Hey, first of all, thanks for everyone that comes here and shares the knowledge. I know I picked up a bunch of stuff this morning. Like you guys were talking about some of this, like I think it was like rebasing, dude. And I like I need to play back the recording because I didn't quite
Check the
understand what that.
tapes, y'all. We talk
Yeah,
a
for
lot
real,
of
for
shit.
real,
I gotta listen
for
back
real.
myself because I miss a lot.
But yeah, so I was just trying to not change gears or anything because I think you guys are on a cool topic, and just to kind of touch on that, I think you guys all need to look in the ISO 222 messaging standard that's going to be implemented here soon. It's going to be going over the cross-border payments, and there's a couple of cryptocurrencies that are going to be compliant with that. So do your own research on that. I'm not going to talk about which ones are on the list or nothing like that. But what I wanted to know was basically just how validators work and how that's profitable for people. And yeah, I just kind of like and explain like I'm five kind of thing.
So you're talking validators on the Kronos network because they're going to work
Yes.
differently on every network. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Kronos.
So I believe the minimum for a validator node purchase at this time is 1,000,000 Cro. Someone correct me if I'm
But you
wrong.
can use Anchor or another kind of service to just run a node.
Yeah, that's right.
You just don't own it.
1,000,000 Cro.
And so what is Anchor? Is that something like you put up however much
Well,
Cro
there's
you have?
Chain Stank. Sorry, did I say Chain Stank? Oh boy, Chain Stack, and Anchor, and a few other services. And you just basically put a little money in, and you can run a node, but you're not actually running a node. You're just like running a part of a node, and you're getting some revenue. They're running the node. The service itself is running the node. Anchor is running the node. You're just like it's like tokenized revenue of running a node. You're staking on top of Anchor for Anchor to run the node for you.
Okay,
Or
well
in
that
that
makes
case.
sense. Yeah, no,
But
that
then
makes
again,
sense.
there's like many other ways of doing it. Like for example, if you want to run a community validator, you don't have to set up your own. You could, go to a variety of different places and you can do that.
And then
But the
what
thing
kind
is
of
that the reason why people own nodes is for two reasons. The first is they got super, super early and they need the problem with staking their Crow is that you couldn't really stake it's so much Crow you can't really feel comfortable to stake it all in one place in a DeFi project or on an exchange. So naturally you're going to stake it natively, which is being interacting with the chain itself. You're going to be a node operator, right? But to do so requires different stuff. You have to actually run some things. It's actually for Crow relatively easy to do that. And the second thing is that some people, first off, being a node operator is not a very profitable venture, to be
Well,
honest.
and just to be clear, relatively simple is arbitrary term in here.
Yes, yes. Well, they do give you the documentation on the website, though.
Oh, yeah, it's something for people to read. Let's see how that goes.
Hey, Alpha.
Yes.
Alpha, can you get Danny up here? I want to hear his point of view.
Danny?
Pick his
Crypto
brain.
Danny?
Yeah, Crypto Danny.
Crypto
Pick his
Danny
brain.
420, who I've been asking to come up here for 2 fucking weeks and is just like dead silent. Come on, Danny.
What is it? Wasn't he getting married, bro?
Oh, congratulations, Danny.
I just want to. I don't know how to say this, but
You didn't say it.
I mean,
Hey,
I
your
got my
profile said
own.
you're
I got
tired
my.
of not being heard in these spaces. Why don't you just speak up louder?
Oh, my bad. Yeah. I got a node, and like that motherfucker only cost me like $5 a month to fuck with, and
Hold up. Give us the
it's
specifics first.
all I can say is that me and you talked about it a long time ago, and I don't want to spread no bullcrap. I just got the. I
All right, because
just
your cup. Remember last time we had to do this with the Snoop Dogg thing. We have to be clear with these people because
okay.
they take Jimmy literally. You know.
Okay, we'll check this out. Okay, you it was the riskiest thing ever. But before I came into this space, I invested into a miner, and it takes 12 to 20 weeks to receive it. You have to buy it with USDC,
Hardware.
and
Hardware.
I got the hardware in, and it literally took 20 fucking weeks. I thought it was a scam, but it's deployed, and I'm making a passive income every day. I'm constantly validating other nodes in my area, and I'm just now getting started. Um, and it only cost me $500, and it takes a while to get in, but because of what you guys were saying about how the equipment coming in from China and all these other countries and stuff like that, I had to wait 20 weeks. So I've been down the whole time waiting on
What
this
device do you have?
I I I got the I got
You're breaking up. You're breaking up,
Bobcat. I
boy.
got Bobcat.
Okay, that's cool.
3.
Okay. No, you make a lot of good points. So I'll just my reply to that is this.
They're talking in goddamn Morse code. And if you guys picked
No,
up on
I
that,
got the Bobcat
then
300.
that's financial advice. Bobcats
And
are helium miners for people that don't know. And now we're just
Yo,
talking literally. Ape, what's good?
I got one of those too. I've been helium mining since before the halving. I got myself a
you are
rack.
Mag Daddy.
I got myself a rack. I've been mining since before the halving, and let me tell you, the halving is obviously that's stomped on a lot of people. If you're living in a metropolitan area, definitely consider DYOR and NFA. But before you consider getting one of these, besides the long wait times and the high prices you're going to pay, if you're trying to get one, it's like a PS5. People are basically buying them, getting them, and then upselling them a
Hey,
fair
by the
bit.
way,
Yeah,
Sony, if you're listening to the
there's some hype.
conversation,
There's some
I
hype
need my
around helium.
PS5. I ordered 1 year ago. This is
Yeah, yeah.
bullshit.
But what we got is now you've got the halving, right? So you're earning a lot less. And then on top of that, if you're in an urban or metropolitan area, you're stacking on the same hex as like probably another 3, 4 miners, depending on where you're living. So you want to check, yeah,
Location.
yep, you want to check that map out. And then this is a giant experiment. Basically, the helium mining is a giant experiment in the hive mindset. So if you believe that humanity can coordinate it damn self and can learn to move things around on their own instead of stacking on top of each other for profit, then go for it. Because that's the problem, is that everybody says, oh, look, my neighbor has one, let's put one on the same hex, and you start splitting up those rewards. You guys are all going to lose profit. Luckily, the helium team left us an out. You can actually move your miner about 1-2 hexes away and get away with that. You're going to falsely assert your location just a little bit away, and as long as another miner isn't too close to you, it's not going to pick up on that, and it's not going to penalize your rewards. So for me, that's easy. I just go a little bit further away, and I'm not stacked on another hex.
Get it, Abe. Dude, that's fucking awesome. I like that.
I need. Wait a minute. I needed to know that because, like right now, I've already had about 13 witnesses in a couple of days, and so what I plan on, I was wondering if I could kind of hit this little spot that's next to me. So I still plug it up in my location, but whenever I set the location of the miner, I just set it to that open
That's right.
spot.
That's the game, bro. That
That's the
is
game,
the
and
game.
the moderators or the actual creators or whoever's working on that, the admins, they left that as an out. They had a hip vote for that to sort of nerf that, because a lot of people were doing that and falsely asserting location and had like a room full of like 20 miners. But obviously, the difference with one person, a normal person that's doing this with one miner, is that you can assert, because let's say your neighbor isn't, less than 300, 400 meters away. If he's like, on the same block as you, well, yeah, you can go to the other end of that block, and it just might be just over the line of that next hex. So don't get too greedy, but just put it out just a little bit further. And for those of you who are looking into this, there are a lot of tools. You know me, I'm the tool man. So we've got, what is it, hotspotrf.com. You can get a subscription service for that for like $5-10. Go on Hotspot RF or Hotspotty. There's like different apps that you can use to assess how much you can make from getting a helium miner in your specific location. Don't forget, a lot of people make money renting these out to other locations.
It's
So if you
all
got
super smart, man. And
if
I
you got the
haven't looked
boonies,
at the data, but like it sounds like they are perfectly incentivizing the spread of this network.
they are, and that's what I'm saying. A lot of people make money renting them out further, right? So if you go out to the boonies and you knock on like Darlene and Jim Bob's door and say, "Listen, I got this thing. It mines cryptocurrency." If they want to listen to you past that, and you can put it up at their house, well, then yeah, you can rent it out, leave it there, pay them a piece of the pie, and you can make some more helium by mining it somewhere else where it's not in an urban center.
That's super alpha right there.
Okay.
And and
One more
can we
question.
see,
Hang on. One more
Slums, can you
question.
see the end game of a completely decentralized wireless network?
Yes, based off of what I've been looking at this for a long time, since September is when I ordered it. So I'm just now getting it not too long ago. Um, my question is, how do you get the DC to move your location onto your miner? Do you just send it to your the AT&T to your wallet or the owner's address?
Yeah, so when you first get your miner, you are going to need like one HNT. So you're going to need a buddy or the person that sells you the miner if you buy an aftermarket one for like way over its cost.
I got mine from Bobcat. I
So
don't,
they actually include your first assertion. So
but
if you're asserted already, just run your miner and you should be able to mine some DC or some HNT. What that is for the people who don't know is basically like a Satoshi. It's like a piece of an HNT, and you do need a little bit of that to pay the network transaction to assert your location somewhere. Is what he's asking.
okay.
So
So what about when I'm ready to move? If I want to move over to that location, I would just need to
just
get
like
some more DC.
just like
So
Crow,
DC
keep a little
is
bit in that
like
wallet.
18.
Keep that thing on you. Keep a little bit in that wallet, just like Crow, and you'll be able to move that whenever you want. You send your larger amounts over, so your wallet's safe, and your funds are secure where you want to keep them. But then you leave a little bit in that wallet at all times.
Okay, because I'm like right now so far I'm
Just like with
extremely
Crow.
I'm happy.
Just like
I'm
when you're
happy.
Can
staking
I
with a
ask you though,
validator.
Crypto Slums, are you a Crow soldier?
He's a
Am
retired soldier.
I'm a
All I hear is helium, helium,
beret
helium.
He's got a
sniper.
theory, doesn't he, Jimmy?
So yes, I am a soldier, but I'm a Green Beret sniper, half Northeast Texan outlaw. So
That
with
doesn't
my
matter for me. I only
PFP,
care if you survive the Crow battles. It seems that you've jumped ship when you're fighting for the HNT people.
no, it ain't no jump ship. It's all about money over here. I watch a
Yeah,
lot of
but
people make a
I'm not
lot of
in it
money
for
in
the
these
money, my
spaces, and
friend.
ain't
I'm in it
nobody
for the
got one
cause.
Wait,
network in their
yeah, I'm in it for the
Whoa,
tech as
whoa, whoa.
well. I'm in it.
Look,
Yeah,
you
no,
have
no,
an
no.
He's in it for
entirely
the tech.
different way of
you
talking
I
over
just
touching
me.
kind of
We're
all
talking too
networks.
much about this fake
God damn
healing.
it. Everybody chill. Ape is a lucky man. Got his hand up first. Let's go.
All right. Yeah, no, I'm gonna back Crypto on that. My helium miner broke even, and I overpaid for it. Man, helium is a shit coin. Get the fuck out of here. That I
I
bought
think
that
you've
for
got to be in it for the
$1,000,
tech.
and it broke even within like the first month. So yeah, I made a bunch, sold it, and then yeah, that got me into Crow. Who cares
So
about this stupid helium?
sounds
Crypto.com and
like
Crow are the only things
sounds
that
like
matter.
crypto.com need to get us some fucking miners. How about that?
Why?
okay.
It's a proof of stake chain. What the fuck are you talking about?
Wait a second.
Jacob, I'm
I
sorry,
thank
mate,
you
but
for the education. I didn't
Jacob,
know that,
Jacob,
but
I'm sorry,
Hold
mate,
on, Slow.
but
You
you
get in
you
here
Fuck
cannot
out of
being
here. Go make your
fucking
stick
own
modest.
helium
together without,
space.
you know.
Hold on. Jesus Christ. I'm trying to eat a bagel. Why is it every time I try and like be able to be muted for 5 seconds, you guys just fucking pop off? Jacob the Juice Man is a respectable individual in this community. So y'all give him some space. Let's go. I'm gonna rug it if it stays. You hear that? That's serious.
yes, ma'am.
This is
King
perfect.
Killer.
Look, I love the energy, guys, and we're bringing it here. But Jimmy kind of sparked in on something that got me riled up there because I love that energy. So let's kind of focus that energy into a positive kind of thing here. I want to talk about we need validators and we need these things on Chronos. And I think we got a great opportunity with a lot of our big Crow guys over here that's been staking for those Obsidian cards and things like that. Might want to be kind of
Jungle
pulling
Validator,
out.
let's go. Jungle fucking
Hey,
Validator, let's go.
see, that's what I'm talking about, bro. We need to help support the infrastructure over there, and like I said,
Right.
it's a lucrative kind of thing as well. So if you're validating transactions, you know what I mean. You're going to be making a way bigger bag than you would be staking for those cards now. So I think that's a great little segue here, and I hope these guys can kind of realize that we have a great opportunity here to kind of flood over here and help support Kronos and kind of build something instead of just pulling your shit out and going somewhere else.
You
Let's go.
absolutely do.
Yeah, I
You
just want to come
absolutely
in
do.
here
And
and
it
Stay
say,
all
close.
makes
if
sense.
you want to
Hey,
support the
wait a
scale
minute,
of the
wait a
network,
minute,
you got
wait
to
a
come
Maybe
minute,
we
wait a
validate.
can
minute.
keep them under control. I don't fucking know. I've lost this ship. We have 4 minutes left, you guys. Come on.
Let's fucking go.
Hey,
I will
check
not
this out. It
forget
ain't
that
about just
Crow is
pulling
the best
out
Nope,
thing
or
because
nope.
I'm a
Come on,
soldier
come on.
and I'm going to
it's,
keep on fighting. I'm going to not
not.
stop. Okay, I'm going to validate. I'm going to
It's
validate and I'm going to work hard. I'm validating and I'm going to stake my Crow. And if anyone tries to take my Crow away from me, they can do it with their hands, but they can't because I'm going to chop off their hands and I'm going to fucking roll in my Crow tank and I'm going to go over the hill and I'm going to start shooting down other projects and I'm not going to stop. I can't stop.
you are,
Jimmy,
dude. Chill. It's not about that. It's
Well,
about
you know
how
what
the
it is?
connection of
There's
the
too much
EVM
bass. There's
compatibility.
too much bass
You
mixed
Right.
even
Okay.
in.
Okay.
Once we, once we,
I just
once
took a
we,
loan out
once
for.
Chronos,
I can't
you
do it.
just think about. Look, listen to me.
I just took
Shit.
a loan out for
If you
600
just
grand
think
to invest in
about,
Kronos.
if you just think about HNT and Chronos
get the
I'm
fuck out of
combined,
here.
you get the fuck out of here, little
Whoa,
pencil
whoa, 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 whoa,
typing.
whoa,
You're a
Okay,
typer.
whoa,
hold on, hold on,
whoa,
Oi,
hold on.
we
Watch
got
whoa.
the
it.
crow.
Everybody's done. We
Right, we
got
got the
people
crow
coming
fam
up
here.
here. Jimmy, I
Can't be
love
switching at each
you.
other. We are the crow fam,
JM, thank you,
right?
bro.
And everyone
Thank
in the crow fam is intelligent because they know what's coming. And I
thank you,
just
sir.
wanted to put that in there, right? Even though I hate you all because you're all chatting shit.
Facts.
But yeah, right, Kronos, we're gonna fucking go to the moon, and it's $0.3. So yeah, and you know
Fucking
what? Right, these are the these are the most intelligent spaces that I come across. Saying that, Jacob was shilling. Yes, we all shill. I don't know where I'm going with this, but yeah, MMF, we're gonna make it,
No, we
right?
all chill because we're all
We don't
pumping
even
our
need
own
to shill, mate.
bags.
We don't
You know,
even
we
need to
keep it
shill,
100 in here. Like, there's no way you don't pump your own bags.
bro.
What are you doing? Shooting yourself in the foot every day? Come
We
on.
don't even need to shill. We don't actually need to shill. No, I'm telling you now. I have that much conviction. I'll sell my granny's
Yeah, we don't need to.
underwear to
You're
buy
right.
a Kronos.
No, but I love the vibes, man. Jacob got me fucking up right now.
No,
Like,
on a level. On a
I've
level.
decided
Also,
after we hit 50% on this mint,
yeah,
which is like
I don't like
today
NFTs.
probably,
Too much of hopium.
the rest of this project is all going to a validator. Like,
bro.
we
Yeah.
are
Can I just
fucking
jump in there and
laser
say something?
set on
I
a
was
jumbo
talking to a
validator.
protocol before about this protocol. I want to warn anyone on the Kronos because we are Crow fam, and if you drop me a follow, I'll drop you a follow. Right, to invest in protocols that
Wait, so I gotta go first? I gotta
are
follow
supposed
you
to mine
first?
Bitcoin, supposed to mine Ethereum as the
I fucking let
rewards.
you up here
If
without
you want to
even
mine
following me,
Bitcoin
bro.
or Ethereum, just go
That's
to the
fucking
store
love.
and buy a fucking miner.
That's love.
Could be. It sounds like a good idea. I don't know. It's very interesting. But let's get to something important. Somebody needs to teach me how to fry an egg without breaking the yolk, because then I mean, I
Right, you're
can't
not
eat
gonna
this.
make it.
I have to have the runny yolk, and now it's ruined. I continue to throw away like dozens and dozens of eggs.
Brad, I know you feel like a disappointment, and like, I want you to know that even though you're only my stepchild, I'm proud of you. You're gonna get there.
I'm proud of you
We're
too,
all
man.
gonna make it. And the way that you do that is you crack it into a bowl first. There you go.
Wow. Wow. I prefer scrambled, to be fair, because I
Thank
feel
you,
like this is
sister.
what this conversation's really going. Scrambled.
They don't know what scrambled eggs is there in America.
Oh,
What?
good morning to you, ma'am.
I don't
Yeah,
think we have scrambled eggs.
That's baby
we
whale
have
up.
scrambled eggs. We do. We
We
do.
do have
And
scrambled eggs. I didn't know they could hear me.
yeah,
Hi. Sorry, I'm just
hello.
listening in.
Yep. We've got some culture over here. We know how to scramble up some eggs
You
Yeah,
real
not
it's
got
not just
culture. You
easy.
just
coffee
eat
and crow.
fucking
We
massive
got
burgers.
eggs. We got
Hey.
bacon.
So do you know what's really strange? You know how you guys, I always see this on like American movies where you say, "Can I have my eggs over easy?" And we just don't have that. What does it mean?
Okay, so you just flip it once. You crack it in the pan, and then
You
you
just
flip it
turn it.
once. And you
And then you
try and
flip it
leave
back
that yolk
over.
a little
But it's
runny.
tricky.
It's
It's
my favorite.
Right.
really
It's my
Can we
tricky.
buy
favorite.
some crow coins as well with that?
And now
Over
I can't
easy.
even eat this now. I mean,
I
Oh,
just want to talk about the
throwing it
eggs.
away
How do you
again.
like your eggs in the morning?
it's
Just
incredibly
buy the fucking
important.
dip.
The way you like your eggs says a lot about you.
We got it.
Scrambled.
It does, Alpha. So over easy, you flip it over and then you flip it back real quick again.
Oh,
What you're talking about right there is over medium.
It's very
right.
And that's
delicate. It's a
like, yeah,
delicate whole. I mean,
Oh, you mean like
this is
metaverse
like
flickers?
with
This
kid
sounds
gloves.
very complex.
We got
It
some
is.
hands,
I mean,
but I
like, we
just
can
kind
get
of
into
want
the
to.
nitty gritty of anything, including how you fry an egg. So bring it.
Yes. Right, back to crow. We don't need to shill because we know where it's going.
I like that energy.
Mic drop.
I'm not up here trying to shill anything. I'm trying to stick together and as the community here, and we got an opportunity here to build something on our own and to build something greater than ourselves here. We just got to keep level-headed, stick together, kindness, love, support. That's what we need to focus in on right now, especially in these bloodbath times. We can really come together and sway the market in our favor, and we're going to get rewarded on the back end of that.
Kazan. Aren't you proud of us, Kazan? Look at how we turned that fucking ship around. Come up here, baby. What are you doing down there? We gotta let the minnow or the ape and then the minnow.
Yep.
All right, so I knew we'd find a way to argue about eggs too on this show. Nah. I threw some up on the jumbotron. It's something I've been working on for a while, and I know some of y'all ain't here to shill, but forget that. We're here to shill right now. We're gonna bring this network back to a bullish state. So we've been working on a bot. We've been
Oi,
working on
bros,
a
we're not here to
sniper
shill.
bot for NFTs. So what we're doing is we're gonna make a scraper bot 1.0, as you see above. It's gonna be a nice little web page you're gonna be able to log into with an access NFT. And that's going to rate floor and sub-floor buys from various NFT projects and show you the analytics on the movement for each project as they come up, supporting all Chronos projects and all marketplaces.
Bro, you had me at token gated website.
Oh, it gets
Let's
even
go.
better. It gets even better. So as you can see, there are going to be extra stages to this thing. We sort of released a little roadmap. This is something we've been keeping secret for a while, obviously because of the
Yeah, you
intellectual
have. I'm
property.
gonna smack you in the head when I see you.
Yeah, see, because of the intellectual property, we've got basically NDA developers do not compete on the developers as well, just to make sure, and the founders to make sure that everything was nice and silent so we could work on this and feel confident. But we finally got things tested to a point where this is all actually running in data in Python. So we've got it actually going and it's proving itself. So now we feel confident enough to release some of this. Last night we had a little spaces. We did get rugged by the squirrel gang, apparently. Does that ever happen to you, Alpha? You ever get rugged by a
No,
squirrel
but
gang?
bro, they're coming out of the woodwork. Do you know how many people I kick out of here before you
It's
guys even see them? Like
ridiculous.
they never make it to speaker, but they request, and I do a quick background check because I'm a fucking ninja.
How do
And
you
they're
even have the
Right,
gone.
well,
time to do that?
it's
They're
Jay
gone,
Crypto.
dude. You have no idea how much work I put into this. Nobody
Oi, bro,
fucking
you're
knows.
doing well. You're
You
doing
hear how
well.
fast I talk when I have to
Some
like get
people
going
get
and try to
kicked
keep
out
a
for no
space going
reason,
and like
like
not
every
let dead
day.
air
Shut the
out?
fuck up, Brad. You're gonna get kicked out right now.
Right, this is Jay Crypto. This is our whale trades. Whale trades. Crow.
Yeah. So anyway, I
Raise
just
your
want to
hand,
finish
whale
up that
trades.
shill.
Yes, Crow fam. Let's fucking go.
Basically the Chronosnipe platform, chronosnipe.com. It will be coming out soon. And if you guys have questions, just send them on to me.
Yeah,
We do have a space in our Discord for collaboration. If any of you have ideas, I know Watcher, you're really great with a lot of different ideas on Chronos and on NFTs and on different projects. So we'd love to have you as part of the collaborators private chat where you can see a lot of the stuff coming out early before we release it and, give us some input. And, if you have anything to add, it's all love. And we do have that space for people to collab and add stuff to it. If anybody else from any other projects wants to help work on it, if you own an NFT project,
Right here, buddy.
if you're a dev, if you're with a marketplace, alpha for sure you're in, man. We'll get you all in our Discord in that private chat so you can get all of the alpha and stay up to date on it as we get ready for release.
You guys are fucking awesome, bro. Let's go, Minnow, then Joe, and now Kazan is up here.
Hey guys, 4 things. I'll make it real quick. 1, raise your hand. Don't talk over fam. 2, eggs over easy is actually where the white is actually still a little runny. All right. Prior Air Force cook and know what I'm talking about here when it comes to eggs. 3, HNT and Crow, 2 totally different things. That's like trying to compare a Honda Civic to a Triumph Thunderbird. Just get both. Diversify. Right. And then or I'm too ADHD, so I actually
Bro, oh my god, I thought you wrote these down. I was like, how the fuck is he
pretty
firing
good.
these up?
Not bad.
You just broke his first
I
rule.
would have forgot all of that.
But I can tell you this right now: I'm not eating your eggs if it does not have a runny yolk. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Brad, I gotta
tell
make an
me.
example of you. You're talking without your hand up.
Tell me.
Minnow, were you
What the
done,
heck?
brother? Did you have something else, my man?
No, I had 4, but that was the one I forgot because I'm too ADHD. So I'll just have
You did fucking amazing. I
Big
would have
alpha,
given you
bro.
a
Minnow
1,000
Miner.
if you didn't tell us.
Okay,
100%.
Minnow Miner. What would you do if your Ferrari turns into a Honda Civic? That's how I feel right now with Crypto.com.
I would be happy about the gas fees because Honda Civics get better gas mileage, but that's not the case with Crow.
Exactly.
Let's fucking go.
Or heck, aren't we talking about the Chupacabra stuff? That's what I came in here for this morning.
They're not even minting. Why aren't we talking about Thunder tokens?
Ooh.
They're on LootPad, and they've stalled out at 42%, which is crazy to me Because, oh, maybe I didn't tell you guys what happens at 50%. Well, fuck you. I don't even care anymore.
I heard something that was big right there, bro. And if you're planning on doing that, bro, fucking, I'm all in. Joe, we got your hand up. What's up, bro?
Hey, Joe Q is going to support two of the speaker processes that we've got going on this morning. First thing first, diversification. I am all about Cro, but I'm also about diversification. If you're in at a good price point, and right now there are price points all over the place to come in on other chains and other projects, this community is all about finding the price point. You don't have to marry into 100% the ideology for these other chains, but if you can make a 10x on a project, or believe you can make a 10x on a project by sliding in, there's nothing wrong with that. Now, mining and validators and stuff like that, I'm actually going to look into getting a validator because I keep hearing Alpha and a couple other people talking about them. When I have my funds again, I'm going to jump in and run it forward. I've mentioned before, I have a T1 connection at my house. I should be able to do freaking spectacular with that. There's a lot of chains out there right now that are suffering because of the Bitcoin swing. I want everyone to take a step back for a second. From December to now, Bitcoin has had some major ass swings that for the most part have not affected the Kronos chain.
Yes, it has.
The last week, 2 weeks, we've actually felt that full freaking effect of the Bitcoin swings. Now, a lot of people on the Kronos chain are freaking the hell out. Slow down. This is what everyone's been doing for the last 3 months, 4 months. Everyone else other than the Kronos chain, this is what they've been dealing with. They survived. So will we.
Big facts. And you can expand your view and look back 6 months. We're up 18% over the last 6 months here, guys. So,
right.
You know what I mean? You expand your view back. Take a step back like the man said. You know what I mean? We're up. We're up.
The second point that I wanted to hit real quick is also coming from a restaurant background. I was always taught the medium egg, you fry it for a good minute or so on one side. You gently roll it, and if you know how to use an egg pan, you can gently roll it. You give a quick, like 30-second fry on that other side, just enough to solidify the majority of the white. That's your over easy egg.
Thank you.
Now, the one cook said your white is still a little teeny bit runny. My impression was as soon as that white is solidified, you're done.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take more than 10, 15 seconds to solidify that white.
Good points. You know what? First time I bought Cro, 16 cents.
There you go. I mean, let's look at the big picture here, guys.
Exactly.
We're going to be laughing about this in months to come. That you know what I mean. That we bought at 30 or 28, whatever we dipped in. So you know what I mean.
Let's go lower, guys.
I started buying Cro at 8 cents, and I wouldn't mind buying it at
Bitcoin's
10
going to go
again.
lower.
And how many of you can say that you bought it at 77 cents?
Hang on, fellas. Yeah,
Oh, guys.
Kazan needs to touch my mind right now. Touch my mind, Kazan.
And then
okay, we had this tasty prices right back then, but the point is, why did we get into it, right? Because of this cashbacks
but you
and
got
everything,
right?
right?
So it's going to go lower, yeah. It's going to go lower.
Sorry,
Bitcoin's going to drag
let me
it
go
down.
on, please.
Hold your fire.
Just a couple of more words.
$2,
Let us assume
it's going
now.
to drag the
Okay,
alts down, and then that's when we start the
whale
PCA,
trades,
and you get rich in the bear market.
Hold up. It's
you
Kazan,
can
real
go
quick,
ahead,
and then
bro. Very quick.
Oh, all right, fine. Go.
So we don't have these cashbacks and anything anymore, right? But there's still other opportunities, other chains that we could use. Why should people now move to Kronos? This is the point. Like, we are in a beta phase and we are missing out the card rates and everything in the future. So how are they building like a competitive advantage regarding Cardano or what else is coming? Like, probably the technology is even better.
It's all about us and our
the more we build
community.
on Kronos, the more value we give to Cro. The more we lock up in our projects. Everybody should have their own thing go, not their own NFT project, but like everybody should be building in some sense, whether it's, you know, the people that are all about passive income. Like you should be building your farms and building your investments. If you're into, you know, for like everybody's always talking about
I got
passing
you,
this
bro.
on to their kids. Like
That's why it's my alpha dog
things for
it
them.
makes sense, but we are not a big community right now also. So if we do it, okay, it's all right, but how do we catch the mass market again? There was a big point of crypto.com that they had these cashbacks and everything. So why should somebody choose for crypto.com now?
Well,
if he's just on the mass
this
market and not
IBC
using.
thing is huge. That's one. I mean, we've talked about that a lot. I think that's a big, big thing right there. That this interchain compatibility thing.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, we're looking at being a universal hub over here on Kronos. They
And
just
we had
the
some alpha
Cronet.
about that in here earlier.
Yeah, they
check
did an
the tapes.
AMA 3 or 4 days ago. Cronex did an AMA about building infrastructure and security on the bridging, because the bridging is a big, security risk on a lot of fronts.
Biggest.
Even though we are built on the Cosmos infrastructure, which is inherently more secured than a lot of the other things out there. They're focusing in on that on the forefront. We're going to be bridging multiple chains. We're going to be a hub and a universal ecosystem for everyone. So they're already building this. They're already forward thinking this. They've got a plan. We just got to stay out of our own way.
Brad, don't do it. We got 2 minutes left. And Kronos, I'm going over 15 because we were doing well and we had some really good
curious about
points.
Kronos Watcher.
Kronos
what
Watcher,
he's saying about it. One last thing, Jacob, you're completely right, that this bridging will be eminent, especially for the future, like where crypto is going. But I guess we are not the only one on Kronos who is tackling this issue. And yeah, Kronos Watcher, please go ahead.
Yeah, just to answer Kazana, get you on what's the attraction. I mean, 0.5% for 350 quid is kind of hard to sell. I think you and I both, and the guys in the US would feel it in a different way too, but we're all interlinked. We're all the one world financially and stuff, unfortunately. And again, that second in tweet is really important. Just watch the 30-second clip and you will want to follow the trail and just be educated. Not Kazan, I mean everyone, just check it out, hit play on that 30 seconds after we're done. But I'm hoping that this is their plan, is to attract others, and they're getting ready to do that, if you get me. That this wouldn't have been sustainable at 2% continuously. I don't know if I'm rugging now, if you're still hearing me.
No. Sorry.
But,
I was actually just checking the picture.
The tweet, it's scary. It's scary, and that's what we're facing into. So I wonder if they're looking at their next massive onboarding wave and making sure that it's sustainable, and also because this isn't fake. That's a real currency we're discussing, or at least we decide it is,
we really
because we
should
know
see
it's
this
supply.
as incentivizing those higher cards. I'm looking at it right now, and I'm thinking, I said I was taking back Icy Wife, Icy Life, but I really shouldn't be, because Icy is 5%, and that's a great staking reward. I don't care.
Huge.
I don't care who says it.
And I'm in that boat of, I think there'll be, the Ruby will be the main on board now, and I guess a lot of us will still end up. I'll still end up going to green or something. If we hit the next bull run and we were here the whole building time and everything, that would be one of the things we do with our profits and continue on this journey.
Not staking reward, Brad. We're doing hands. I meant cashback. 3% cashback and 5% cashback.
Exactly, that the likes of me would,
yeah,
and you would still upgrade. That, hopefully, if you have enough money to be an Icy, you'll have enough money to be an Obsidian by the time we go through this bear and another bull, and you'll be, I don't know, getting free tickets to F1 or some crack. But that is the main message, is to just be patient, and anyone who's been here long enough knows that, because they've been through it already. If you were here in MCO, as Zeus said earlier, you've got so much salt built up, you're fine now for a while. You just got to keep adding water and stay calm.
Shoot for the moon. If you miss, you end up in the stars or some shit like that.
Watcher,
what's up?
I just wanted your opinion, man, because you sound like you have a really good beat on a lot of this. obviously they took something away with the staking and everything, and a lot of people that were in the Kronos network, that's why there's so much, I guess, resentment and stuff that's going on, because some got taken away. What do you think when you're speaking about that crack? What other crack could they give us, do you think, or what better way could they do this to give us a little bit of crack, to make this a little bit nicer and do, maybe a better job of this? What would your opinion be
Oh
on
yeah,
something?
and I'll confirm that was CRAIC. If you want to Google it, in Ireland that means like party, or what's the fun, what's the story, what's the crack.
What's the crack?
Not cocaine.
But I'll tell everybody else, not financial advice. There are dealers all over DeFi and Kronos. Like if you're looking for that good APY, like there's dudes like that got that good shit.
You better believe it, man.
Yeah, but if you've got if you've got a Obsidian card, that's a lot of fucking dough. Why are you worried about this little, what I mean, this cash bag bullshit? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's
I have
like,
to say they did honor the 6 month stake. So
and
even
they
though we're
did.
giving out about how salty everyone who had big stakes should be, they're going to receive the rewards they were promised for the stake period. And again,
Right.
to repeat that, their behavior over the last year has been pretty impeccable on the
Thank you.
Visa side. They were
And
delivering them
remember,
earlier
everybody
than the
should
6
remember
months.
that like I personally have gone through 2 different stakes all the way, green and another one, for the full term. Never had anything except the staking rewards. They never had a card for me or my wife, virtual or in person, and I've been here every single day, twice a day,
Same.
grinding for CDC. Whether I talk shit about them or not, I'm fucking talking CDC. So like, if I can do that, then we can all do really fucking well
100%.
during whatever this market is that we're about to head into.
I think we
Right.
ignore it all and build, and then the likes of Chris can't ignore it. Things like, look at the jungle, entertainment, education, etc. All of the projects the jungle collaborates with, etc. You can't ignore us anymore. No offense, screw the Lions, etc. There are other projects now that have the liquidity to say we have input here.
Big facts. And let's just remember, what I mean, when you swipe that card, you're supporting Visa and you're supporting the old ways. If we look over in the Asian markets, over in China, let's think about this, fellas, right? We're supporting the old infrastructure. We're not trying to do that in decentralization. You know what I mean? And that's what we're about over here. And
Building our
these
own shit.
MasterCard,
The
exactly.
Island
We got to
Thunder
focus on
website is
building.
not taking Visa or MasterCard. The Island Thunder website is taking Thunder and Cro. We're
And it's about
building our
carving out
own
that middle.
shit. This
Build.
is
Let's focus.
seriously important. I'm glad that we're ending on this note, because it's like, it's the big picture. And
It is.
We're looking at it right now.
Big thing is, over in Asia, they're paying with QR codes. They're not swiping cards, bro. Wake up. Let's get these middlemen out of this thing and stop focusing on these little fucking metal plastic goddamn cards that we swipe in that fucking
when
machine.
fucking daddy doesn't give you the allowance that you wanted every week. Get that shit yourself. Don't let CDC be your daddy. Brush your fucking teeth. Drink some water. Own your keys. Own your crypto. DeFi, DeFi, DeFi. What are we talking about in here? Cro. It's still Cro. But we're doing it ourselves. So put your fucking shoes on. Put your grass hat on. And like, if you don't know how to DeFi, come up here at 420. Not now.
Facts.
And roll one first.
Solid.
Will you teach me how to DeFi in 420?
Yes, sir. And tell your friends, because you got to onboard somebody and you got to do it nicely. And you got to remember that like, this is a perfect onboarding opportunity right now to talk to your friends about this situation with CDC. So do what you want. You guys got me fucking fired up. All right, I'm gonna do some shit, and I'll see you then. All right, Cro fam, till I fucking die.
Don't burn those eggs.